Hello, beautiful people. I uh, Yay. Okay. I don't know if this is working. But if you can hear me, hello. If you can hear me, let me know. I can't hear myself, but I hope that you can hear me. Happy Monday. Today we are celebrating because we hit 40,000 subscribers. Yay! So, welcome. Hi. My name is Leisha Renice, and I'm a creator, and I'm just really happy that you all are here. So, hi, everybody. Sorry for the delay. I was trying to run around and get things together, and I was dancing to Frank Ocean, but hello and happy Monday. Wow, y'all are in here already. Hi. Hi, Jamile. Hi, Hannah. Hi, Shaughnessy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hi, Crystal White. Hi, Level Up Single Mom. Hi, Gorgeous One. Hi, Yolanda Williams. Yay. Hi, True Mystique. Hi. Hi, the other MJ. Hi, Tori Doll. Sin Cloverton James Jones. Hi, hi. Marissa Price. Hello. Hi, Daniel Berry Sports Highlight. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. Hi, Child of 83. Hello. Hello. Hi, Jessica. Hello. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hi, Big Sis Dula. Yay. Okay, good. All right. I was wondering, I was like, is it live? Can you hear me? But yes, thank you. Hi, Joy's World. Hello. Hello. Hi, Freedom Jones. Erica De Niro TV. Okay. Hello. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hi, Chickalicious NYC. Hello. Thank you so much. I'm so proud of you. I was just telling my friends about you this weekend. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hi, Jacqueline Scott. Hi, Miss Fadir. Hi, Marcia M. Hi, Oluwado. Hello. Hello. I hope I'm saying that right. Please correct me if I'm not. Hi, Kim S. Hi, Mommy. Hi, Yvette Boone. Hello. Hi, Danny Mays. Hi, Microfilms TV. Hi, Marcia M. I am nervous. I don't know what's going on today, but I don't know if y'all can hear my voice a little shaky. But happy Monday, everybody. We are here to celebrate. We hit 40K subscribers a couple of weeks ago, and we're on our way to 41. So I'm grateful. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate y'all. I really do. Thank you so much. Thank you. I asked you all for questions for the Q&A. And if you have questions, you can put a Q before your question, and I can do my best to answer to get back to you as soon as possible, hopefully during this live. If it's too long, I'll let you know. If the answer is too long, not the question. If the answer is too long for me, I'll try to make another video about it or something like that. But I'm going to try my best to get through all the questions. So welcome, everybody. But first, I want to shout out those who have supported me. Thank you to my members. Thank you to the people who subscribe, who like, who leave comments. Thank you to the patrons. I really appreciate y'all. My patrons, shout out to Michelle Love, Carla Lee, Zakaya Monet, Ducky, Orbit, Christina, Mar, Free Sai, and Angel Cat. Thank y'all so much for joining my Patreon recently this month. I appreciate it for the month of July. Your money, your support goes to helping me keep creating. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But again, even if you don't join the Patreon or the membership, thank you. Thank you so much for being here and supporting me. Y'all the best. Okay. Now that we have got through that, thank you. Because like, let's be real, like I'm excited that I hit 40,000, but like I would not have 40,000 without y'all. You know what I'm saying? So like this is really for y'all. So thank you. Thank you. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go through the comments together. Okay. We're going to go through the comments. I feel a little calmer now. We're going to go through the comments together and I'm going to do my best to answer them. So let me present the screen. Share screen. How are y'all doing today, though? How's y'all Monday going? It's rainy here. I went to Barnes & Noble today, so I felt fun. Let me say share. Okay, yes. All right, so hopefully you can see the comments. Thank you. Absolutely, sure. Even if you leave a comment under this video, there should be an option for comments if you want to, Hannah. I can't watch the Q&A live. Will there be an opportunity to ask you questions another time soon? Absolutely. So you can leave a comment under this video or wait till I go live next time. And I always have a topic when we go live, but we end up like somewhere else always. So feel free, whenever you feel the need to ask a question, feel free to ask it. Thank you so much. Thanks. And thank you. Hi, Latrice Burks Palmario, aka Black Girl Magic Lawyer. Ooh, hello. Your music is everything. My cat. Oh, your Cat even loves it. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Hello to your cat. Thanks for listening. And thank you for listening and supporting. I really appreciate that. Hi, Benny. Hello. Hello. Hi, Susan. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, yay. Okay, awesome. My artist name. Okay, awesome. Love your video so much and congratulations. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hi, Jay. Hello. Okay, so we're gonna go from bottom to top because I ordered it for from newest to oldest. So Nia, shout out to Nia. Thank you, Nia. We love Nia. Congratulations. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Somebody asked me to do a video on productive relaxation. What's your opinion on reading versus watching TV, walking versus running? So, okay, let me get my little spiel, I guess, for this. What's my opinion on reading versus watching TV, walking versus running? I prefer to walk. I am not a runner. Let me see if I can make myself a little bigger. I don't know, but then you can't see the questions. I don't know. What do y'all prefer? Y'all let me know. Anyway, I'm not a runner. I do not like running for no reason. I like playing sports though. And I think, you know, when you're playing sports, you're having fun and you're being distracted. So like for me, playing sports is a lot more fun than running. I prefer walking. Walking is sustainable. Walking is good for your body. Too much running, you can end up with injury, shin splints, that kind of thing. But there are also people who are like runners and it's just not me. But there are things that you can do to prepare your body to run. But I like walking. I like walking because I can pay attention to what's going on around me. When I'm winded and like tired, all I'm thinking about is getting through the workout. That's it. Like I'm not thinking about nothing else. But when I'm walking, I can take my time. I can be like, oh my gosh, look at the pretty tree and the bumblebee and the flower. And that's just kind of my pace. And it's so funny that this question was asked because I was literally I was thinking about doing a video about, I'm going to turn the air on because it's hot. Sorry. Excuse me. So it might get a little loud, but I'm human. Okay. Hopefully y'all can still, oh, Control Plus to make the comment. Look at you. Thank you. Let's see. Let me make sure I'm in the right window. Control Plus. There we go. Hopefully y'all can still see it. All right, here we go. Okay, yes. Yay. So yeah, so I prefer to take my time, but I was thinking about this idea of how we're always like incentivized to go faster and like to do more. But I'm okay with taking the long way around. And I think like walking is a slower pace, right? But it's gentler on my body. So walking is slower, but it's gentle and it's like, it allows me to relax. So I'm not like rushing around and like recovering and, you know, huffing and puffing. I don't like that. You know what I mean? It just don't feel good. Then like with running, especially like in the cold, my throat hurts. It's just not a pleasurable experience. So I prefer to walk. I prefer to walk or play sports. Or do something else. Like somebody mentioned roller skating. Yes. Hi, B. Hello. I prefer roller skating. Yes, yes. Roller skating, same. Anything that distracts me from the fact that I'm exercising and that's fun. So tennis, I love tennis. And all tennis is running suicides back and forth. Tennis, volleyball, I love volleyball. Skating, what else? Swimming, I like swimming. Swimming is a lot of fun. Yeah, and playing other sports like softball, which is like literally running. So yeah. Thanks for asking that. Thank you so much, Brittany M. Thank you. Yes, being beneficial, and we appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you, Habo. Thank you, Marissa. Congrats. Yay, thank you. What are some ways we can tap into the power of our imaginations to create a more just and equitable future? Let me love these as I go up. Thank y'all so much. Okay. What are some ways we can tap into the power of our imaginations to create a more just and equitable future? Okay, I love this question. And I'm gonna answer this question mentioning this. So I've been making a lot of videos recently about capitalism, how America's a plantation, just all that stuff, right? And so I've been getting a lot of, yes, Marissa. I've been getting a lot of pushback from those videos, from people. And it really shows me that like, they lack imagination. Like beyond just being triggered by what I'm saying, because that's also a thing. I realize that a lot of people are not used to exercising their imagination. When I'm criticizing capitalism, the automatic response is, well, communism's not the answer either. And I'm like, you know, there's other things that we can do besides communism and capitalism. You know, like there are so many other realities that we can create, but if we're not tapped into our imagination, then we can't see beyond what is here. And so for me, what I like to do is to give myself permission. Yay, she's here. What I like is to give myself permission to dream and to be unrealistic. I cannot stand a person who tells me to be realistic, because realism, all it is oppression. Realism is limitation or somebody else's perceived limitations put on you. You feel me? Like, we're living in what I feel is unrealistic. You know what I'm saying? Like, this reality we're living in is unrealistic. Capitalism is not finna last that much longer. You feel me? Like, it's unsustainable. And so, like, can we create a sustainable future? Yes. So number one, give yourself permission to be unrealistic. Give yourself permission to not make sense. Give yourself permission to not even have to defend your stance. Because even when I'm like making these videos, people will ask me like, well, what's your solution in a smart way? And I reflected back to them. What do you suggest? What do you suggest? Right? Because I'm giving them an invitation to think critically and to imagine, to go beyond what exists. And again, on some levels, I don't necessarily fault them, right? Even though it does make me frustrated, because stop projecting that stuff onto me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a person with feelings and emotions. Be gentle with me, okay? But people are not very gentle. But what I realize is, like, it's not their fault that they're not tapped into their imagination. Hold on one sec. Sorry, y'all. It's not their fault that they're not tapped into their imagination, right? It's programming. We're all programmed to only see what is here. And when you're living in survival mode, you can't imagine past what you have today either, right? So getting out in nature is another thing. Getting around people who get it. Getting around people who challenge you, who kind of, I don't want to say who trigger you, but like people who invite you to stretch your imagination. I listen to a lot of people that I may not necessarily agree with 100%, but I love listening to them because it gives me the opportunity to get in different rooms, to hear different perspectives. You know what I'm saying? Outside of my what once was very boxy perspective. Like, this is all there is. We have to be really very rigid, and this has to be true. And if it's not true, then everything else I believe is a lie. It doesn't have to be all that. You know what I'm saying? So reading, getting around people who can dream beyond, reading a novel, reading some, Afrofuturism. You know what I'm saying? Like, getting out of this perspective. And sometimes it takes us like changing our perspective like a child. So literally go in some grass, put your hand in the grass. Like, I know touching grass is like a thing said online, but seriously, put your hands in some grass. Like, go over the the fibers in the grass. Like, what does that feel like? One way is very smooth. The other way is like very rigid, like changing your perspective from the everyday. So yes, these are off the top of my head. So if you give me more time, I can think of more answers. But yes. Thank you so much for saying that. But I do think in order to even begin to tap into our imagination, we just have to start small first. And also, what I will also say is complain. A lot of people don't like me complaining. Every video is like, here you are, defeatist mindset. You're complaining. Da, da, da. Complaining is the first step to creating something different. Like, how will you ever create something different if you don't complain about what's here? Right? Like, you can't shame me for complaining. Like, I have to point out the wrong in something to begin to fix it. But if we don't point it out, then we can't fix it. Right? So give yourself, literally do an exercise where you just complain all day. Like, have a little piece of paper, just write out all your complaints. Just start there, you know? So yes. Thanks for asking that question. Okay, hello. Hello. Hi, I just saw, hi, Invincible Summer. Hello, it's always good to see you. Hi, let's see. Hi, Wake Up Makeup Slay. Yes, Michelle Love, you caught alive. Thank you for being here. Thank you. St. Cloverton James Jones says, yes, the political binary is getting on my nerves. Same. There's so much more than what's presented to us. We can just burn it all down and start over and create something completely different, or something built off of the back of something else. You know, keep the parts that work, keep the parts that don't. It's very possible. So yeah, okay. Hi. Oh, hello. I'm reading your name. Hello, hi. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Hi, Marsha M. Well said. Capitalism is getting old and not sustainable. It's not, and it never was, right? Like, if you have to steal labor, if you have to steal bodies from a different continent, if you have to like get rid of the people who are already here to create a system, it's not sustainable, honey. Like, and this is the frustrating part. It's like, I'm about to get on my soapbox. But anyway, this is the frustrating part. I feel like we're so early on. The frustrating part about this whole thing is like when you have hope, right? I think people are triggered because it requires them to go beyond their imagination. And for a lot of people, that is triggering. And if you're going to be the person that says something different, you're going to get slapped in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing that you can really do to like mitigate that. Like, if you're gonna call out the harm, there are people who benefit from the harm who don't benefit from you speaking about it, right? And there are other people who are also very invested in becoming the person at the top, right? So there are a lot of people who are heavily invested into this not changing or it still being unsustainable because they still want to win, you know? So, but yeah, when people tell people who are impoverished or struggling with poverty to live within their means, right? Y'all already know how I feel about that. It's interesting that we never say that to businesses who can't afford to pay their employees well. Like, if you can't afford to pay your employees well, you probably can't afford your business. Like, I don't know. Those are just my thoughts. But anyway, let's go. Let's keep on going. Exactly. The earth cannot be extracted from in perpetuity. Exactly. Finite resources that y'all don't give time enough to replenish, you know? So, because when everything's about growth. And I also heard something else recently about people who are constantly worried about growth. It's like, in the body, that is a cancer. Like, when something is growing beyond what it needs to do, or like it won't stop growing or it won't stop being consumed with growth, that is a cancer. It's deadly, right? And so we understand that in the body. Why don't we understand that in business or nature? You know? So yes. Hi, Taylor. Hello. Hi, Spaghetti Mac. Hi. Line A Ostry. Hi. I hope I'm not saying that wrong. Please. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Hummingbird and Honey. I love hummingbirds. Yes. Hi, wearer of many hats. Hello. Hi, me. Thank you. All right, let's see. Let's go to the next question, shall we? And again, if you have other questions, please put a Q in it, and then I'll answer it for you and hopefully get to where you are. Yes, capitalism. Hi, me. Capitalism is what is leading to climate change. We would rather lose our planet. Hello, we would rather lose our planet than the chance to be a billionaire. Come on, everyone. Exactly. Okay. All right. Next question. Let's see. Okay. Cool. Hi, Hannah. Thank you, Hannah. Hi, Gore Union. A Q&A question is, what's your relationship with God like? My relationship with God is changing. And I love that. I think what I was talking about earlier, like the boxy things, I appreciate you, Taylor. Ooh, I love a good capitalism rant. Let's go. Same. Like, burn it all down. No. My relationship with God is changing. And what I was talking about before about having like boxy perspectives, I think my perspectives are starting to like round a little bit. And I like that. So here we go. We're going deep. Okay. There's no way that I could look out my window or be in nature and not think that God exists. Like, there's no way. Somebody created this, somebody designed this. It's beautiful, right? I think I am having my eyes open to how harmful Christianity specifically has been on people, on women, on folks on the fringes, on the environment, and how actually like anti-creation, anti-God, a lot of the things that we say and do are as believers. And even calling myself a Christian, like, I don't even want to do that anymore because of what comes along with it and the thoughts that come along with it. Because, and it's also okay. Let me go back. I don't blame people for not liking Christians. I get it. So listen. I get it. And so I think because great question. Christianity or white theology, and I think that's the thing, right? Like, it's like this religion has been used to harm people, but really it's not a religion about God or people, which is what the Bible is supposed to be talking about. Love God, love people, love yourself. Like, that's supposed to be what it's about. Love creation, take care of creation, be generous, give, right? Like, serve, these kinds of things, right? Justice, peace, all these different things. And people use the Bible to subjugate people, to harm people, to cause war, destruction, to steal from people, to take things from people's bodies. You know what I'm saying? And so So my relationship with God, I've actually been taking a break from reading the Bible specifically because the Bible has been very triggering for me, and I didn't realize how triggering it has been. We hail these people in Scripture, and hope like we're having this conversation. Hopefully y'all get me, but I'm reading Scripture constantly from a male's perspective. Like, there are no accounts of women in the Bible aside from them being of help to men. The disdain with which, like, the disdain that you can hear and feel in Scripture towards women and towards people who are maybe disabled, things like that are just very gross to me. And I'm shaking because I'm nervous. Mommy, you're watching, okay? Mommy's here, but like, this is where I am. So I believe in God. I follow the teachings of Christ, but again, like, Christ was anti all that stuff that is celebrated in Christianity, right? So there's so many things. So I'm not necessarily wrestling with my faith, right? I think that I'm unveiling, like, the veil is coming off of my eyes, where, like, before as a Christian, like, we're taught, like, oh no, like, you gotta fight for the faith, and you gotta, like, no, like, you have to believe in this, and like, you have to believe in this ideology, and like, you have to think this way. And I realized that it was a lot of me trying to force myself into fitting into that thing where it's like, no, God actually loves me the way that I am. Okay. God put the personality in me. Hello. Like, I was supposed to come and disrupt things. Right. And following Scripture doesn't allow me to do that. And so am I going to put down my whole life's purpose? Oh, thank you, Mommy. Am I going to have to put down my whole life's purpose, right, in order to love God? And I don't think that God wants me to do that at all, actually. So knowing that Scripture is supposed to be Spirit inspired, right, I also understand that Scripture is written through the lens of men, lens of misogynistic, ableist, homophobic men, right? And so, of course, those messages are always going to have a tint, like a little tint of misogyny. Like, even I was reading the Scripture earlier this year, because I usually try to, like, just keep reading it throughout the year. And the story of Abraham came up. And so Abraham, of course, is like the forefather. It's like, oh, the father of many nations and that kind of thing. And I was thinking about how Abraham is hailed as this hero, and Abraham was a rapist. Hard stop. Abraham sacrificed his wife multiple times to ensure his own safety. And we just gloss over that stuff. Like, we just gloss over the harm that these men in these Scriptures cause to women. And for me, I think there was a moment that I was just kind of like, that's gross. Like, it's gross. And then to tell women that, like, they don't have a place to speak, they don't have a place to... They don't have a place. They're just supposed to be babied and coddled, and like, I don't know. I don't like it. And so, like, okay. Here's another thing I want to say. I'm all over the place, y'all, because I'm trying to pick my words carefully, because, like, I know that the internet is forever, and I want to make sure that I'm saying what I mean and meaning what I say, because words are powerful, right? But y'all are with me. Yes, same. David was a rapist too. Thank you. Also, thank you for using the grape word. Was a rapist too. Bathsheba ain't have no choice. But we clown Bathsheba like she made this man fall. This man killed her husband to enjoy her, to have her to himself. Problematic. But David was a man after God's own heart, right? You see how frustrating that can be. To read the Scripture and to see clearly what's happening in Scripture, and not saying, and people use Scripture as like, this is what we should do, and it's like, no, this is an account of what happened. This is an account of what happened. It's not necessarily, hey, be like David, do X, Y, and Z. You feel me? Like, so I think for me, like, I also struggled when I was younger, feeling like I wasn't holy enough and that God wasn't talking to me, and like. But Spirit is with me all the time. Spirit is speaking to me all the time. Inspiration comes from Spirit. And I'm always inspired. And I'm always getting downloads. And I'm always hearing, right? Like, and like messages that I don't even think can come from me. There are times when I'm talking here and words come out my mouth that I'm not thinking about. I'm not processing. It just comes out. And I'm like, yes, actually, right? Like that is spirit. But because in scripture, or because in what's the word, male dominated spaces where they don't value spirit, they don't value emotion, they don't value kindness or generosity, like they don't value any of that, right? And so of course for women in that hard, rigid place, there is no room for you. You feel incomplete. You feel like you're always striving, trying to earn God's grace and God's goodness. And like, this is very personal to me because something about this like recently came up for me where like a comment was made about me a few years ago about how I didn't have the spirit, so to speak. Like, it was a conversation being had about me. And it really broke my heart, because if I cry, it's okay. It's just something that I'm like working through. But it broke my heart because it really made me feel like dag on, I'm still not enough. I'm still not, like, all this praying, all this fasting, all this denying, all this like berating myself. I'm still not enough. Like, there's still so much more that I have to do to earn God's love and grace and gifts, right? And it just burned me out. Like, I was burned out by religion. So all that to say, I love God, love Christ, love the teachings of Christ, and also Christ is very anti what people are preaching in scripture, and even this idea of like God being a woman, right? I'm reading this book currently, God is a Black Woman. Excellent book, by the way. For those of you all like having your own questions, I recommend it. I've been reading this book called God's a Woman. And when I tell you, I feel so free reading that book. Like, what if God is a woman? And people will hear that and be like, absolutely not. Why not? Why couldn't God be a woman? Because even, I'm gonna be honest, reading scripture when I was younger, I was like, God is mean. God is so mean. And even the stories about like Israel conquering and like killing all these people, it never sat well with me. It always broke my heart, because I thought about like all the people that Israel killed, and like how these were children and women and people who had dreams, and like the animals too. Like, it just felt like it felt wrong. And of course I didn't have space to say that, because that would make me a bad Christian. And I was afraid of being a bad Christian because I was afraid of going to hell. My introduction to God was not love. My introduction to God was very much like, I don't want to burn in hell forever, so I guess this is the choice I got to do. You know what I'm saying? But when I stepped into like, oh, God is a woman, it actually makes a lot of sense to me. It actually makes me feel good, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, men in my life have not been very kind to me. And so if men are, and I wrote a whole essay about this, right? I wrote a whole essay about this, but that I have not shared yet, but I will, because I'm still like chewing on it. But like, the idea of men representing God doesn't make any sense to me, because if men, sorry to the men, right? Sorry to the men, but like, generally speaking, there are some good men, right? But generally, for the most part, a lot of y'all are awful. Y'all are mean. Y'all are hateful. Y'all are disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are unkind. Y'all are not gentle. Like, y'all enjoy the suffering and pain of other people. It's weird. Like, and so when I'm seeing men represent God, that just felt so hard and like inorganic to me. Like, for lack of better words, it just felt inorganic. Like, it didn't feel natural. But when I think of God being a woman, I soften. There's a completely different feeling that I get when I think of God as a woman. Because when I think about when my life has fallen apart, women have been there to take care of me. Women have been there, not men. Men have been a lot of the source of the pain that I felt. And I get a lot of comments from men in my comments. Oh, who hurt you? Who hurt you? Men. Like, men, my dad, my brothers, like, a lot of men that I've dated, a lot of people have hurt me. A lot of people that I have the greatest trauma, like the greatest trauma that I've experienced is from men. And so it was really hard for me to see God as man and still know that I am loved, because men have not made me feel very loved. I have not felt a lot of love from men. But God being a woman, when I think of the women are brave. Women come to the aid. Like, one of my favorite experiences is like, say we're at the club or something, right? And everybody's been drinking. Women are in the bathroom at the club, and there's a girl in there that might be like going through some things, and all the women crowd around her and encourage her and like pour love into this woman that they have not met before. We've only met tonight. Like, I feel safe with women. I feel beautiful with women because I feel, even when you get a compliment from a woman versus a man, like when a woman compliments me, I'm like, oh my God, thank you. Because you know it's sincere, right? You know it's safe. When it's something from a man, I always have to question it. I don't know. Does this man want to, thanks, I guess? Because it's always more. It's always like extracting something from you. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, where I am, this whole question, where I am in my relationship with God, me and God are good because now I don't feel like God is out to get me. God is not trying to abuse me. God is not trying to harm me. God is not trying to destroy me. God is not dangling carrots in front of my face and saying, hey, I know that you want this thing, but you're not going to get it unless you do X, Y, and Z. It just feels so mean. But when I think about women and motherhood and how mothering is so like, it's so warm and it's so gentle. And mothering can be a little rough too sometimes, right? When it needs to be, when mothering needs to be. But like, I just feel like I'm not running from my life anymore. I'm not running from hell, if that makes sense. So yeah, so that's where I am. So and I'm giving myself permission to be here because the programming is like, I can't have these thoughts because if I have these thoughts, I'm a bad Christian. And if I'm a bad Christian, then I'm going to be punished. Like that's how men think. I don't know how to explain that, but just like, if I don't do this good thing, I'm going to be punished. Oh my God, I'm going to have to repent for my sins. Oh my God, I'm going to have to I'm going to have to cut myself with rocks. Like that's what it feels like. And sorry for the dramatic thing, but it's not dramatic because that's how I feel. Like, oh, you have to die to yourself. So much suffering. You have to endure, like just like an awful life where when I think of God as a woman, because like even scripture says mother to the motherless, like why can't God be a woman? And I offer that the only reason why you think God can't be a woman is because you were programmed to believe that women are incapable, that women are less than, right? That women should be seen and not heard. But when I look at history, all I see is woman. All I see is woman. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so that's where I am. So I hope that makes sense. Still love God down, love Christ's teachings, still follows Christ's teachings, because even like Christ's teachings don't have nothing to do with all that shame and guilt and fear that I felt before. Like when I think of how people use scripture today, like even like red pill people or people would be like oppressive or whatever, I'm like, you realize that's not what Jesus would say, right? You realize that you would call Jesus a simp, right? You realize that you would disrespect Jesus. But again, even in scripture, wasn't Jesus killed like for being anti that? People say like Jesus was hanging around women. The people who found Jesus when Jesus rose from the dead, according to scripture, were women. And guess what? They weren't believed. The first people to see that the tomb was rolled away was women. And scripture is showing men that they are misogynistic and cruel and unkind. And instead of saying, you know what, oh, that's an awful thing, let me correct my ways, they say, oh, let me use the scriptures to dominate other people. Anywho, so I think I'm done. I think I answered the question, but thank you all for being patient with me. Yeah, so I'm still working through it. I'm literally in the middle of it, but that's where I am. And I'm being very, I'm very comfortable. I don't feel like I'm in fear of hell anymore. When I think of my father versus my mother, right? Like when I think of my father, he was very rough, very unkind, very short, very curt. You know what I'm saying? Like very like, I don't know that I ever felt safe with him, right? When I think of mothers like that I know and a mother, you know, like my mom has eyes on the back of her head. She knows what's going on before you know what's going on. You can try to lie to her. It's not going to work. You feel me? Like but also being very kind and generous. It's a different energy that I get. So I think that's just where I am, you know? And I also believe that like spirit is always speaking to me. Spirit is always with me. I am never out of spirit's presence. Never. Again, when I'm in the shower and I get an idea for something or I get a download or a sentence for something, and even the way that spirit talks to me sometimes is not in whole paragraphs. It'll be a word or a sentence. It'll be a whisper of something. Whereas opposed to like you see in church, it's very loud sometimes. Not all churches, but it's very loud. It's very like controlling and very like, right? Where spirit is like moving. You feel me? Oh, thank you, mommy. He probably extracted, but she's who we come from. Yes, exactly. Like, even again, the stories that I read in scripture of like bad A women, like women who were there was a whole story in the Old Testament where this woman was like winning and was about to kill one of the enemies or whatever. And the enemy was like, the man was like, told the person holding, like the armor bearer, or like the person, the person next to him, just what is the word? Just kill me, because I don't want them to know that a woman killed me. That is misogyny. That is misogyny. And the fact that, like, we read scripture from back to front and don't pick up on misogyny is wild to me, because it's right in your face. But again, if you're a man, you probably wouldn't see that. As a woman, I see it all the time. You know what I'm saying? But again, I really do feel like this need to quiet women. Why do you need to quiet women if you think that they're powerless? That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. If you think women are powerless, why do you want them to be quiet? That don't make no sense to me. Okay. But anyway, I'm going to keep on going. But yes. Sorry. Hi, 9 to Fine. 9 to Fine. Hello. Yep. Or just feelings or impressions. Yeah. Hi, Ravia. Hey, Alicia. Congratulations on 40K. And here's so many more. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Mother is who we come from. And when we return to mother. A word. So anyway, let's see. I saw a question. Hi, Martin. When you say spirit, do you mean Holy Spirit? Sure. Yeah. I mean, I think that there's many words, right? For God, creation, spirit, the great spirit. I'm known by many names, but yeah. Let's see. All right. I hope I made sense. Thank y'all. Hi, Brandy Elmore. I love your message. I'm not sure what is in control of creation, but I want a maintenance update for the world. Okay. That's real. Okay. We need an update. But yes, thank you for that question. I appreciate that. Okay. Next question. Wow. What a milestone. We all recognize, your greatness and need you. Thank you. Tribe called Maya. I love that. Question. I would like your take on the 50-50 discourse. Oh Lord. That's been going on for heterosexual couples. Excuse me. In terms of Black women being expected to do slave wage labor like our grandparents did in their marriages, versus having a partner who works and we stay at home, work, or stay with the children. I feel it's such a personal discourse and depends on what each couple prefers. But in reality, it's like Black women are expected to be doing all the labor still, and in and outside of the house. It's not you, it's me. I'm reading too fast. With the kids, everything. I find the reaction different when it's a white couple and they don't go 50-50. Or the wife or mother doesn't work 9 to 5, help pay any bills. Okay. I personally, both my grandmothers worked. Mommy, if I'm wrong, correct me. Both my grandmothers worked. I know grandma worked outside the home. Grandmommy, I'm not sure. Of course she worked. She had 5 kids on her own, but later on in life, she met my granddaddy, who I know is my granddaddy. He's really like my step granddaddy, but that's my granddaddy. Okay. And I don't know that she didn't work. So for me, I think that there is, okay, yes. Thank you, Mommy. Yeah, I don't know this history where women didn't work. I'm sorry. I look back at at the records of my ancestors. Every single one of them kept house or did something, right? And so I think I'm tired of this conversation, because it's really, what it feels like is men fighting for the right to lord over their wives. It's weird. Like, I just think it's weird. I also think, like, if we're having these kind of conversations, you don't like your spouse, you don't like them. Like, if this whole, like, what do you bring to the table? The 50-50 conversation. What's the word? Other things like, what, how are you an asset to me? Or these kinds of things. Like, when we're using that language, it's obvious that these men don't like women. And I don't understand why they're going into relationships with women. It's weird. Yes, exactly. Women have always worked, period. Okay. And when Black women, like in the last episode I did of my podcast, talking about the article where it was like Negro women to be put to work, literally that's how much Black women worked, right? Because it was triggering to see Black women not work for people. They thought, you exist in a body, so therefore you owe me labor, right? And so I think it's the same energy. I think it's like a lot of men see their wives as slaves, as, what is it? Erica De Niro's in here. What is it? Mule made mattress, like that kind of thing. And it sounds like crass language because it is, but it's true, right? Like, it's like a lot of men don't like women. A lot of men want to use women. A lot of men want what comes along with having a woman. like the clout and things like that, or like the free labor they get. A lot of men want mothers. A lot of men don't value women. Like a lot of men feel entitled to women. And I think when we're having those kind of conversations, it's like, it's just such a turn off for me. Okay. Like if I was single and I was dating and a man was having this conversation, can we get the check? Can we get the check? Because it's wasting my time. Like if you don't honor me as a person, and then I also feel like with Black women specifically, because our bodies were brought here for labor, like even men think that way as well, right? Like a lot of men have adopted the white idea that like Black bodies are here to labor for me, and so Black men are not any different. So I don't know if that answers your question, but I think that's my response. They don't like women. They're not very nice. They're very transactional. They see you as something to own, not something to love. And if you're not loving, then what's the point, right? Yes. Thank you, Erica. Do not become a maid, mule, or mattress for anyone. Hello? This. Let's see. Hi, Latrice again. America hates women. Yep, there I said it. It does. America is very anti-human, you know? So yes, smecks, sandwiches, and submission, right? Like, when I hear that, I hear an empty man who needs to feel big, who doesn't feel big in the real world, so to speak, using air quotes. I mean, because in the home is the real world, but like who doesn't feel big out there, so he has to come home and lord over people to feel big. And I don't like people like that. I don't keep them around me because they're dangerous. They will throw you under the bus to feel big. That's a liability. You know? Yes, not just Black women. The average woman of all races, ethnicities always have to work. Absolutely. That's a privilege thing, right? So yeah. It's the last place they're able to exert. Yep, exactly. It's the last place they're able to exert a semblance of power. Unless he's balanced in his feminine, he's insulted for partnering. Steer clear. Absolutely. Agreed. Hi, Spaghetti Mac. I don't know about how people split the bills, but a lot of women of all races, cultures have to work. Yes. I work with women from different culture backgrounds, office clerical work. Absolutely. So yes. Thank y'all. Yes. Trash. I love that, Rabia. I'm disabled. My relationship partner and I are a team, and that's how it's supposed to be, right? I love that. All exploited labor. Even some people treat their kids like property. Yep. So they don't desire love. They want the labor and power they feel from ownership of a woman, child, company, plantation. Exactly. And I think that's it, right? That's the perfect way to wrap this up, to sum it up, is like they want to be the overseer. They want to run a plantation, and they see their home as a plantation. It feels good to their ego to like force and push people around. And that's dangerous. All right, let's see. Thank you for this Q&A. Thank you, Anna Amelia V. Hello. What's your form of self-care, and how do you not stress over money? Okay, I never said I don't stress over money. Okay, but I appreciate the comment. Excuse me. Sorry, I had to take a sip of water. But yes, I still stress over money. I am a human being under this capitalist system. I'm a Black woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I fear that I'm not going to have enough money. I might go through the same stress and things like that everybody else does. But a good thing for me is to practice actually spending money. For me, I don't, because of my fear of being broke, because of my experiences, not just my fear, okay? Because some people say like fear is like stuff that you imagine. No. I fear stuff that I've gone through. I've had my car repossessed. I've almost been evicted. I've gone through all of it. I've been broke. Like I've been literally living from like penny to penny. Like I've been there. You see what I'm saying? And like, because I fear going back there, sometimes I have a hard time spending money. And so I have to say to myself, like, I have to change my perspective from being like, okay, you're safe. It's okay. You're going to be taken care of. Again, going back to that God thing, right? Like God as a man in my mind is very harsh and critical and like very like over my head, right? But when I think of God as a woman, like what does that feel like? It's like, oh, my needs are going to be taken care of. I'm fine. Like literally. Okay. So literally things have happened that I could not have planned. Going back a few years, like I said, I sang a song. I can never remember the name of the song. Mr. Postman. I sang that song for fun about a few years ago, right? And maybe 2 years after that, I got an email from somebody saying they want to put that song in a commercial. That paid me, officially they paid me like 60 grand, right? But I gave 15 away, or gave 15 to the person who helped me make the song. So I gave 15 to them, so I had 45 left. I put like half, taxes. Taxes is a thing. But that money helped me live for a whole year. Could not have planned that at all. $45,000. And it helped me to keep creating and to travel and to live, right? And so I really have to remind myself of the ways that things have come through, that God has come through for me in ways that I could not have planned. Like, I couldn't have planned that. All the stressing, I have to really be like, do I really think that God, I'll be honest, sometimes I do, but do I really think that God is going to have me out here looking dumb? No. When I think of a mother and her children, and I'm not saying it like, oh, sacrifice yourself for your kids, like unto death, right? But again, some mothers will feel the need to do that because that's just who they are, right? I've literally seen women do the impossible for their kids. And so for me, I'm just like, okay, if I see mothers around me, what do I think of mothers? Right? And so what would God's going to come through for me. And so I think for me, it really is reminding myself of the times that I have been taken care of, and also spending money as a practice for me, like actually spending the money. Because I'm like, no, I don't know. What if something happens? I don't know. I don't want to, like, literally, this is me with my money in my bank account. I don't know. I'm scared. Shaking. But, no, like spending money, giving money to people. That's another way that I practice self-care for money. Because I realize like a lot of people talk about like, oh, you're struggling, just pray about it. No, give money if you have it to give. Right. And so like, I know that I'm generous. It don't make sense that I'm not going to be treated well. It doesn't make sense. Even if they can't give it back, like reciprocity exists beyond just like people to person relationships. I really do believe that, like, and not saying that I'm doing it for getting back, right? But because I know that I am taken care of and I'm safe, I don't have no problem giving no money to nobody. Spending money on myself though, that's where I struggle, because there's been this idea planted in my mind that I don't deserve it, that I haven't earned it yet. And that's poverty. That's other people's perspectives of people who struggle and who struggle with poverty, right? Like, you don't deserve it because you're poor. You haven't done enough to earn it. So yeah. And self-care in general, getting offline. Being online exhausts me. Everybody's arguing all day. I can't do it. Being online, I have to take a break. I have to get around my friends. I have to go do something. Walking around Target, even if I don't buy anything. Whether it's hang out with my friends or going out to a park, right? When I get in nature, I realize that there is no lack. There's no lack in nature. It doesn't exist. Lack doesn't exist in nature. Nature takes care of itself. Yeah. Also, talking about my frustrations and my fears and having somebody reflect back to me the truth. Alicia, this is a mirror. Imagine this is a mirror. Okay. My friend saying, Alicia, you are smart. You are creative. Even if you spend this money, you can figure out a way to get more. People support you. Your friends are not going to have you looking silly out here. Your mom is not going to have you looking silly out here, okay? You have privileges. You have people that you can lean on for help. Also, this year, shout out to Stephanie Perry and the Vicarians. I'm like super appreciative to them. They're paying for me to go on a sabbatical, because I've been a full-time artist for, at this point, 8 years. And they're paying for me to go on sabbatical. I couldn't have planned that. That's somebody's generosity, right? And so I think when we walk through the world, it's really easy from what we see to think like, oh, everything's conspiring against me. But it's like, what if I believe the opposite? What if everything is going to work out? And again, that's the generosity of Black women. I'm grateful. I don't even have words except thank you, because there's nothing I could have done to deserve it, or to, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like people doing it out of the kindness of their heart. So yeah. So I hope that answers your question, Anna Amelia. I hope so. Okay. Let's see. I think I lost your comment. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, wait, I just saw. Okay, wait. I know I just saw you. Okay, there we go. Yay. All right, thank you. I hope that answers your question. Thank you for asking. And Miss Deanne, I saw, yes, hi, Miss Deanne. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Hi, Von M. Hello. Okay. And hello, everybody that has just joined us. Aw, thank you, mommy. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. I do. No, seriously. We lived with my mother for a couple of years, on and off. So I'm grateful, 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 grateful. All right. So next question. Um, ah, True Mystique says, "Girl, the amount of money I spent on Wednesday when my check hit alone, criminal. But I do have to change my thinking because I'm so used to being broke. Now I'm stable." I love that for you, True Mystique. I love that for you. I love that for you because I know it feels like you're living from breath to breath when you're broke. Like, okay, okay, like right. And when you get stable, it's almost like we have to unlearn that. Like, oh my God, I feel so bad for my purchases. But it's like, one, do you need it? Right? Two, do you want it? And can you afford it? And if you can, treat yourself. Like, you will find money again. Money is not like I say money's not a limited resource, but I don't mean that in a gaslighty way because I understand that people over spiritualize some things. But like, yes, like when you're in a pinch, you feel the lack, okay? But like, yes, like there are other things more valuable than money that I feel like I'm more worried about losing. Connections with my friends, my family, time, these kinds of things. But yeah, treat yourself, and I love that for you. I love that for you. Hi, Leslyn. Hello, hello. Yes, yes, that's what it feels like to me. It feels like shallow breath. Like when you have no margin, no room, like in your budget or whatever, like you're literally like you're shallowly, you can't hear me, but I'm shallowly breathing. But hello. Hi, Butterfly Effect. Hello, hello. No worries, you're right on time. You're right on time. All right. Take care in this current weather. Thank you so much. Yes. It has been really hot, y'all. It's been like over hundreds. Oh yeah, this is a question. Okay. Hi, Miss Deeds. Hello. I don't know if you talked about it before, but how do you find life in the interwebs with your positive? But how do you find life on the interwebs with your positive, grounded outlook? Was there a time when a comment or exchange made you feel like giving up? Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. So you might notice that I take some breaks from being online. When I'm constantly online, I feel overexposed. I feel very raw. And because I'm a very sensitive person, I have to limit my time online, like limit what I take in, limit showing up in spaces, but also limit like the comments and things that I read. People can be very nasty online. I'm not gonna hold you. Like people can be disgusting. On my video about how America is a plantation, I literally referenced in that video that I have mental health issues or mental illnesses, because I do. It is what it is, and so I'm not ashamed of it. It's just a fact. And how somebody watched that video and I had to delete the comment. And they basically, I'm paraphrasing, you are very, very, very mentally ill and you're very, very, very unattractive and you're just mad that like, and people say that stuff and I'm like, do you not realize that I'm a human being with feelings and emotions? Some people enjoy hurting people's feelings. That does make me feel like giving up sometimes. Sometimes I feel like, you know what, forget it. Like, you know what, forget it. Like, because I'm not coming up here talking about nobody. I'm not coming up here. Like, I have thoughts that I keep to myself. I try very hard to be, not that I don't really try. That's a lie. I don't try very hard. I think that I am just kind, right? And I don't my first thought is not to insult somebody. It's just not. I just don't go there. Like, stuff that people find entertaining is not entertaining to me. It's cruel. And so like, just like, what is that pop the balloon videos? I hate them videos. I hate it. It just makes me cringe and it hurts my feelings because, like, I don't know, we're just very comfortable with harming people. So yes. But how do I find life on the interwebs with your positive grounded outlook? I watch other videos of animals. I watch hummingbirds nest and create. Me and my mom and my husband, when we were living with my mother, every day we would check up on this family of birds. It was a mama hummingbird and like two little baby hummingbirds, and we would watch together. And every day, like, oh my God, are they fledging? Okay, not today, right? Stuff like that. I like to watch what people call like cat and dog YouTube videos, where it's just like animals, birds playing around. I like to watch people play video games sometimes, depending on what the video game is, because I don't like no violent video games. What else? I like to watch other Black women. I don't ever hardly feel harmed in Black women's spaces. Well, the spaces that I go to, I will say there are some people out there. Okay, But yeah, like when your eyes are constantly on, when your eyes, because the thing about deleting comments, right? I have to read them to delete them. So even if I delete the comment, you know what I'm saying? It's like I still have to read the first sentence, and it's usually like a lot of disrespect. Someone calling me masculine, ugly, bald headed, angry. What's the word? A lot of men saying that if I had a man in my life would be easier. I wouldn't be making the videos that I'm making if I had a man in my life who took care of me, who hurt you. You're just mad because your dad didn't want you. What other stuff? Like, I be deleting comments all the time. All daggone day, okay? That is fatiguing. It's fatiguing. So yeah. Yeah. To answer your question, yes. And thank you, Miss Deeds. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it is a strange show. It is. It's just like, Yes, I enjoy watching animals and cooking. Yes, yes. I also enjoy like watching people camp in the woods. That makes me happy. There's this black girl from Jamaica. I believe she's from Jamaica. But she be camping and swimming and like catching fish and cooking fish. I like to watch people living in their cars and their vehicles. What else? A lot of like spiritual stuff also, like like a lot of stuff around. When I say spiritual, I don't necessarily mean like Christian. I just mean like spirit, like spiritual things. What else? Black women things. I watch a lot of Bourbon Bougie. Some stuff I'd be like, okay, it's too much. Like her stuff is really good, by the way. You know, talking about like decentering men, all these kinds of things, that kind of content. I like watching people talk about MLMs because I love justice. I don't know, something about it. I love justice. Also, a lot of people think that I'm like really angry, and I'm not an angry person, but I am very passionate. And what I feel it very passionately. I feel it very deeply. If I'm joyful, I'm super happy. If I'm angry, I'm grieved, right? Like I'm frustrated, I'm irritated, and I have to talk about it, you know? So yeah. Yeah, cartoons, that's another one, cartoons. I also recently bought a game, Animal Crossing. At first I thought it was gonna be boring. I love it. I love it. I love Animal Crossing. I'm obsessed. So after I get off of here, I'm gonna go back, go back to play Animal Crossing. It's just so cute, you know? So yeah. Erica, thank you. Oh yeah, also watching Erica. So at most times the anger is righteous. That, like, people like to shame you into silence. You're just angry. Okay, I have the right to be angry. Because what you're doing is ridiculous. Yes, Prince Petty, Themis. Question, what keeps you motivated to create? And how do you not let capitalism ruin the beauty of your art creative process? That makes perfect sense. Excuse me. Yes, people, when I make the videos about capitalism, when I make the videos about, I guess like the last few videos about Black women in anger, when I talk about Black women in anger, Black women being exhausted, just like the harm, people being mean, they automatically say you have a defeatist attitude and you're angry, right? And it's like, okay, let's say that I am. I have a lot to be angry about, actually. I have a lot to be angry about, but underneath of that anger, like they like to flatten it to anger. Anger is complicated. Anger is grief. Anger is disappointment. Anger is harm. It's hurt, right? And so like, yeah, so people think that I'm overall like an angry person. Well, I'm just passionate. I just feel very deeply. But yes. Thank you for asking the question. What keeps you motivated to create? I gotta create. I think when I don't create, who was I watching recently? Marissa. So Marissa Price interviewed Marissa T on her channel, or Enough by M&T on her channel. And one thing that she said was like, when she doesn't create, like she gets like grouchy or mean. And I was like, I feel that. Like when I can't be quiet and create, I feel irritated. I feel full. Because like I said, like spirit is always with me. Spirit is always speaking, and I'm always writing. I'm always journaling. Wherever you find me, I will always have a journal in my book bag or like my purse, because I'm always writing down things. Or I might be on my phone like typing, and I might look like I'm texting, but I'm really writing things down. So yeah, so I think the need to be well mentally is what keeps me motivated to create. I'll be honest, some days I don't feel like it. Depression, I struggle with depression. It is what it is. I have major depressive disorder. Some days I don't feel like creating anything. And even then I feel sad because I want to create, but I just don't have the energy to do it. And how do you not let capitalism ruin the beauty of your art and creative process? I'm still learning. So one of the things, I'm glad that you asked this question, because I was thinking about this earlier and I wrote this down in my car. I was parked, Mom. But I wrote down in my car that I really feel the need and the call to pull away from creating so much content to go deeper with what I create. Like I want to create whole works of art, and like that takes energy and time, you know? And so capitalism would say, no, you need to hurry up and rush the process. Put something out every week. Do, you know, just be, you know, just keep doing and making and creating. And for some of the projects I need to make or the ideas that I have, they need time. And so literally it's almost like acting as if like the feeling is still stress. Like I'm still stressed about like, oh God, I can't take a break, right? I need to make this money. I need to do that. But I realize like I'm not making it for the money in the first place. I need money to survive, right? I keep saying that I need money to survive, and I need money to like, to be well and to have options in my life. But what I want more than anything is for my art to be impactful. And in order for it to be impactful, sometimes it needs more time, you know, and more energy. So in real time, I'm working through that. So how do I not lick capitalism? I fake the funk, fake it until I make it, literally. I literally fake that I'm okay with it, and I'm stressing myself out the entire time. And then when I release it, I'm like, okay, good. Like we're done, you know? So I think there will always be a little voice that I'm learning to listen to less. That is really there just for my good, right? It's not like this devil that's on my, like, you need to hurry up and work. Go, go, go. No, like this part of me is afraid I'm not going to have what I need to survive because I've been there before. And I just have to trust that I'm going to be taken care of. That spirit gave me something to make, and spirit trusts me to make it. And I have to trust that spirit will provide for me every step of the way to get it done, you know? And sometimes that provision comes from you just following the small steps. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that helps, but I hope it's helpful. But also like unlearning that I'm not a product, right? I'm not a product to be sold. I'm not to be consumed. Like my worth has nothing to do with how much money I got in the bank. And even if I'm working a 9-to-5 job, finding time outside of that to create, to make sure that I am still creating, even if it's like daydreaming, that's creation, right? It doesn't have to be a full work of art, but it can be something small. So I hope that answers your question. I hope. But yay. Okay. I'm going to star the questions as I see them coming in. If I missed your question, please. Okay. Good. That makes me happy. Oh, yay. I'm in the process of creating my office again. I need space that I can access without resistance. It's next to my bedroom versus downstairs where it was. This is where my money went. This is a beautiful investment, True. It's not a waste, right? But I understand like creation is important. Creation is important for your well-being as well, right? And I love that you invested into your creativity. That's beautiful. I'm proud of you. Yes. You silly mom. All right, let's see. Oh, thank you. Cute animal channels to follow. Rockstar Animal Voiceover and Provinci or Prunchy. Pets, but mostly cats. Okay, I like cats. I like cats a lot. A lot of people not cat people, but I like cats. They're so cute. Okay, next question. But yes, please put a Q and I'll star your question. And if I missed it, please let me know. Oh, what's your favorite type of journal? I literally just went to Barnes & Noble today. This is my splurge on myself. Moleskin is my favorite kind of journal. I don't know. Okay, this might be real basic, but this is a thick one, right? This is a thick one, but I love Moleskin journals. I love putting stickers on them and decorating them. I just love a journal. So I went to go get this because my other journal like this is almost done. So yes. So Moleskin, thank you for that question. Okay. Let's see. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ultra Ray, thank you so much. Congratulations on 4K. You radiate such an honest, vulnerable, calm energy. How do you ground yourself when you feel overwhelmed? Yes. Disappearing, not talking to anybody, turning off my phone, playing video games, watching cartoons, taking a nap, going to the park, sitting in my car. I love sitting in my car. It's one of my safe places. Sitting in my car, watching YouTube and eating food is like one of my favorite things. What else? Hanging out with my friends. My friends keep me grounded because like they literally don't care if I create anything. You know what I'm saying? Like these are the friends that I have now. We've been friends since middle school and or high school. That's a long time. And so, yes, please. I love journals. It's a thing. That's one of the things I gotta watch. Like, okay, do you need another journal? You don't. Okay, fill out the other ones you already got. But yes, yes, exactly. The sensory deprivation in the car is unmatched. Absolutely, absolutely. So like, just quieting the world as much as I can, because sometimes it's never that serious. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just not that serious. I don't need to be connected. I don't need to be connected. But my friends, they love me for who I am, regardless. If I was in tech, if I was traveling the world, if I was a scuba diver, my friends would still love me. And so like, being around them, being around people who value you for not what you do, but who you are, means a lot to me. Going home, going to Philly to go visit my family, traveling, like, doing things that are offline that aren't about necessarily like, algorithm things, metrics, that kind of stuff, but also like creating stuff that's fun to me. Like when I went to the park, that was one of my favorite videos. Or when I had a snow day, that was my favorite video of this year so far, and it was just me having fun and me bringing you along with me. So yeah, yay. I hope that answers your question. Thank you. Hi. Oh yeah, you're back. Hi, Anna. I just said this. Anna Malia V. Hello. How do you enjoy your life without keeping up with the Benjamin and trust God? That's a good question. Thank you for that question. I like to go outside, like I said, hang out with my friends. Free things I like to do. I like to sit in my car, go to campuses and sit there when they don't bother me. I like to watch videos about things that I care about. I like to read. I have a lot of books. Oh, this is backwards. Okay. I have a lot of books behind me that I like to read. Listening to music. I love dancing. I'll be in here like flailing my arms, getting my life together. I'm having a great time. I like creating. I like making things. Journaling is one of my favorite things to do, to dream. I like dreaming. I like, I like having fun. I like learning about nature. I like Googling things and finding about new things. Like, can I tell y'all something I learned? Like, I love just being enamored with life, right? And so one of the things that I researched was like sweat and how important sweating is to your body. And like your body loves you, right? And so sometimes your hands will sweat to give you a better grip on things. Like sometimes it'll be a little moist to help you to grab onto something, because like when your body is in like fight or flight, it's like, oh no, you might need to climb. I don't know. You might need to climb a mountain or something. But like, so your hands get moist so that you can better clutch onto things. I love researching things like that. Just like, it's not useless information, but I love just diving deep into things. And like, this is like the sign for like being taken with, like just like falling into something, So yay. Yay. So yes, all that. Thank you for your question. All right. Hi, Miss Fadier. Hello. You're here too. Congratulations, Alicia. Thank you for sharing your art with us. Thank you. The world needs your voice. I appreciate that. My question, are you open to collaborations? If yes, with whom and why? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm getting better with collaborations. I used to be afraid of them because I was I was afraid of letting people down. Okay, it's a thing. It's a thing for me. I'm always like, when I'm collaborating with somebody, let me actually pull up something I recently collaborated with. I just recently collaborated with Cam James. He's a person that I really enjoy on YouTube. Let's see. And we talked about beauty and Black women in beauty, right? And the cost, like let me share the link. The cost to beauty, paste. The cost of beauty for Black women specifically. I love that collaboration. That was fun. But I am also like, this was high stakes for me. It felt like I was like, oh my God, this is like an established channel. And like, I was doing things outside of my comfort zone, like reading a teleprompter. I never did that before, but that was fun, but I didn't want to let him down or, add bad value to his channel. You know what I'm saying? So like stuff like that. But I'm trying to come out of that. Like, girl, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to be seen and to collaborate. Like, you're not going to ruin people's channel or, but I love collaborating with people. I've collaborated with Marissa Price multiple times. I've collaborated with Stephanie Perry, and I want to collaborate more. So yes. Yay. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank y'all. Hi, 2Ls. I love that video with Cam James you did. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really did. The end of that video made me cry. When he did that montage talking about beauty and like it was clips of me, I was like, oh my gosh. When I tell you I was sitting on the floor, boohoo crying. But yes. All right, here we go. let's see. Oh, you're welcome. You're so welcome. But yes, I want to collaborate with more people. And another way that I want to collaborate with people is by inviting women like to come and storytell. I'm still trying to figure this out. So y'all remember the last video I did where it was like, why do you love Black women? I want to have more things like that. Like I want to have more like, hey, here's the question, send in your videos, I'll put it together and share it with people. Like I want to do more of that. I want to interview women about their dreams and their goals. I want to have conversations with people, like just regular conversations. So yeah, I do. I just gotta get my energy back up. That's all. Because I've been very, very tired. I've been very, very tired. So yes. Yay. Hi, VC Chambliss. Let's see. Congratulations, Alicia. Your work has really been an inspiration to me as an artist. Thank you. I appreciate that. My question for you is, how did you cultivate such a beautiful community and audience? I feel like the people who follow you are some of the most chill, thoughtful, and kind humans on the internet, and are. I want to put my work out there, but I have this fear of attracting less than cool people to my space. Could you speak on that? Thank you, and many blessings to you for sharing your art. Thank you. I appreciate that. How did I cultivate an amazing artist? I don't know. I guess just being myself. I also had to delete some people, block some people who, I don't know what it was, but I had some lingerers like in the back. People who just like watched and waited for every opportunity to criticize you. And those names start to come up frequently. And I was like, oh, just block them. Because y'all are here for like destruction and chaos. Y'all are not really here to support. So other than that, shout out to y'all. There's nothing I could have done to really like attract that. I think like some topics I think people are just drawn to. Like I'll put Black women in the topic because I am speaking directly to Black women. So I think some Black women watch my videos for that, but also just because the topic resonates with them. But thank the algorithm, thank God, thank y'all for being here. And I think based on the people that come, I think, again, I'm not in tech, so I don't know this for sure, but I think that the computers create something like a profile, and then they find more people like y'all to find and to send the videos out to. I'm thinking, because I think that's how Facebook works. But yeah, so I appreciate that. And I agree, the most chill, thoughtful, kind humans on the internet, period, per. And I want to put my own work out there, but I have this fear of attracting less than cool people in my space. Absolutely. What I will say is that you probably will at some point. What I will also say is in the beginning, you'll probably find people who resonate with you. What I loved about being a beginner, like as a YouTuber, about creating videos on YouTube, is that in the beginning, it felt very safe. It felt very safe, very kind. People were here for the right reasons, okay? Because people want to watch, when you're small, people want to watch your video because they want to watch your video, not because you got followers and like, you know, these kinds of things. I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret. Whenever my videos go viral, using air quotes, and viral for me, I know some people get like millions of views. That's not been my experience yet. I don't know if it's gonna happen. But when my videos go viral, I get anxious. I get stressed because it attracts a lot of people who aren't here for the right reasons. Like even to to this day, the videos about capitalism and like being kind to poor people, right? Like that's such a shock. People are fighting me in the comments. And I delete comments every single day. So I think that there's no way that you can avoid people being negative. But I will say in the beginning, that's probably not going to be your main concern. But also, people will be nasty. And sadly, you have to prepare yourself for that. Like I was literally making a video the other day about how the internet is not a safe place for Black women specifically. I don't know if you're a Black woman, but just for me as a Black woman, and the experiences that I hear from other Black women and how content is being made about them constantly, about how they're not enough. People are coming and giving their unsolicited opinions and just being cruel to each other, cruel to them, excuse me. People think that because you're a Black woman, you owe them labor or you owe them something, or like even demanding that you do something sometimes. And like, that doesn't get easier. And I mean, let me go back. It has gotten easier for me because I've been able to process the thing. But as a beginner, I'm saying like it doesn't get easier until it does. And so sometimes you do have to like wade through the trashy comments and the mean people, but you have to hold on to your why. And it sounds so cheesy. I know it sounds so cheesy because sometimes I be feeling like giving up too, but I really got to be like, I will not allow this naysayer to silence me. I will not allow this person who wants to misunderstand me on purpose or be cruel or mean or disrespectful. keep me quiet, and then also keep me from sharing my thoughts with the people that I actually care about. The people, like, it's not fair for the people who come here who mean well to suffer because other people are awful. You know what I'm saying? So I have to have some sort of other reason to hold on and to still share, because I love creating and I love talking and I love sharing my ideas. I love talking with y'all, you know, and I have to be careful not to let other people get in the way of that. But yes, rejection hurts. Rude comments hurt. People being cruel hurts, right? Because you're human, you know, and you have to give yourself grace. Not even grace, but grace is not even the right word I want to use, but you have to allow yourself to be human. Feel the feelings, mourn, and then pick up if you choose to, and pick up again, you know? Marissa Price made a video recently about like how, yes, you know, I'm here for an impulse buy. But Marissa Price made a video recently about how you're powerful, and because you are powerful, people gonna come for you, right? And so like, you know, when people say like, oh, you attract who you are, that's not true. I hate when people say that. Like, I disagree. I'm sorry. I disagree. I think that when you are, again, a light, right? If you're sharing light, it's gonna attract all kinds of people, good and bad. Good and bad. And so like, it's almost like the price that we have to pay for being findable. You're not just findable, for lack of better words, you're not just findable to people who appreciate you, right? Like you're findable. I feel awful saying that, but you're findable to people who are mean also. And what I also realize is that for some people, they need my light. Something is resonating, right? They're triggered because something resonates. But you're not about to disrespect me though. That's a whole other thing, right? Like, so yes, this was triggering, but also you're not going to disrespect me. And you can have boundaries. You can, as soon as you see the negative comment, delete it. Oh, here's the video. Found it. Okay. Share. Copy. Yay. Period. Paste. So yes. Yeah, I hope that was helpful. At least a little bit. Yes. 9 to 5. Telling people that they attract predators is horrific. Exactly. It's victim blaming. That's it. Like, it's like, we don't want to deal with the complications of like the fact that horrible things happen to good people all the time. It rains on the just and the unjust. Bad things happen to good people all the time. And to say that this person attracted, it's a spiritual gaslight. And I have other thoughts about spirituality that I'll reserve for another day. Like even like the law of attraction, I got questions. But we'll get there. Hi, Marilyn. Hello. Hi, thank you for being here. Hi, Kimmy Rochelle. Hello, thank you for being here. Hi, Butterfly Effect. I love that video, but me too, by Marissa Price. Me too. Okay, so thank you. All right, let's see. Thank you, Jordan MB. Thank you. Let's see. Congratulations, Alicia's so happy. Oh wait, why can't I see the whole thing? Oh no. I'm gonna love this, but I'm gonna come back. Rest without. Right now I'm resting without. I'm hoping this is guilt. I'm hoping. But yes, okay. How do you stay motivated to keep posting videos in the beginning? Hi, Shanai. Hello. How do you stay motivated to keep posting videos in the beginning? In the beginning, it was just my mom, my husband, and a couple of my friends. And so in the beginning, it was fun because it was just them, you know? And then later on, like more people came and I started getting more like anxious. Like, oh gosh, people are starting to see me. Oh no, I'm being seen, right? But I think I like the fact that I grew slowly, because if it was like a skyrocket, it would have been way too much for me. Too much too soon. I think that Spirit was generous with me in that way, that it happened slowly and organically, and I'm meeting people along the way. Like even your names I see in here, I'm glad that I can recognize these names. You know what I'm saying? So in the beginning I will say it was almost harder in the beginning, because I care a lot about what my mother thinks of my stuff. I care a lot about what my husband thinks of my stuff, and my friends, like, because they're so close to me. But when strangers started coming along, strangers like on the internet, that sounds so, anyway, but strangers started coming along, I was like, oh no, people are finding me. And then I had to learn to like, it's okay to accept love and kindness from people. It's okay. So, but yeah, in the beginning, I don't know that I was looking for a result. I think I was just like sharing my thoughts. But yeah, thanks for asking. Thank you, Mika Campbell. Thank you. Aw. Happy day. Thank you. Much love to you as well. Thank you so much. Hi, Shellwell. I'm glad. Yay. Hi, Moon Warrior Turtle. I feel like, let me refresh, because I feel like I'm missing some of the comments. Maybe if I made it smaller. Okay, hold on. Let me sort. Sort by newest first, please. And then, thank you, Mara. Let's see. Were these here before? I feel like, okay, yes, all right. Here we go. Okay, perfect. Okay, so maybe there was something under this one too. Okay, good. Resting without shame. I love that. Okay, awesome, awesome. Okay, cool. Okay, yes. Moon Warrior Turtle says, are there any books you're reading at the moment in the past that you recommend reading? Yes. I'm reading a lot of books right now, by the way. Of course, I don't have my Kindle near me, but I have a few books to recommend that like have literally changed my life and is still changing my life. Excuse me real quick while I get it. Okay. Number one. Okay, you can hear me without this. The Spirit of Intimacy, Ancient African Teachings in the Way of Relationships by Sobunfu Some. Oh, yay, it's the right way. Okay. This is a book that I really recommend. It's beautiful. I have a lot of things that I want to talk about in here. Listen, it's highlighted. Highlights. It's an amazing book. Beautiful book. I'm also recommending, I mean, if you have it, some books that I like to read. Braiding Sweetgrass was an amazing book. Okay, there we go. Braiding Sweetgrass by Robin Will Kimmerer. I listened to this on audiobook, and I think I want to go through and read it. I only got this far in the book, but I read it, listened to it on audiobook. But it's really good. Really, really, really good. Let's see. Hold on. Wait 1 second. Give me 1 sec. All right. Okay. Whew. All right, what books do I have now? So this is my notebook that I'm almost finished with. She's been good to me. I also read my own writings as well. The Healing Wisdom of Africa is another book. This is a dense read, so I'm taking my time reading through it, but it's really good so far. It's really good. Again, another book that I'm highlighting, but really, really good. And I take my time with books, and I read like multiple books at a time. So, what else? Let's see. Oh. Oop. I think something dropped. Choose Joy. Relieve burnout, focus on your happiness, and infuse more joy into your life every day. Because I'm trying to enjoy my life and put more joy in my life and heal from burnout. But a lot of the stuff in this book is stuff that like I actually, it's okay. It's a good book. It's a good book. I recommend it. But I also realized that a lot of the stuff in this book, like I was like, oh, this is what I've written about before, right? And sometimes I buy books because I'm looking to be affirmed. I know. I'm looking to be affirmed for what I feel and what I think. And then I read the books. I'm like, that's what I say. And I'm like, listen to your soul, Alicia. Your soul knows the way. But I still recommend this book. It's really good. Really good. I'm also reading God is a Black Woman by, let me open my Kindle. Oh no, that's in my Audible. I'm listening to that in Audible. It is, don't you love how everybody, when they're looking for something, they create a little song? La, da, 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 da. All right, I am listening to, hopefully y'all be able to see it if I put it on the screen. Where is it at? Oh, there's a couple of books I'm reading. A People's History of the United States by Howard Zinn on audiobook. I took a break from that because it's very heavy, obviously. Sensual Faith. You never met. Ooh. Sensual Faith by Levon Briggs. Very good book. African American Herbalism. What else? Because I really want to get my herbalist bag. It's just like I don't know where to start, where to begin. I read Ride or Die by Shanita Hubbard, A Renaissance of Our Own, Rachel E. Cargill, again, Braiding Sweetgrass, Paul's Recipe, Octavia Rahim, Vibrate Higher Daily, Layla Delia, Rest is Resistance, of course. And where is God is a Black Woman? What's going on? Oop. Oh, in progress. Okay. Yes, God is a Black Woman by Christina Cleveland. Excellent book. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So, I mean, those are just a few of the books that I'm reading. And then I'm always finding more books to read later on, which is, it's a thing. It's a thing. So, yes. Hope those are great recommends. Yay. Oh, hi, 16 solo mystic traveler. It's good to see you. When I complete that work, they don't trigger me. Then I can delete their comments. Yep, because I can clearly see them showing themselves, not me. Love that. Yes, yes. Oh, it's very loud. But yes, yes. The air conditioning. People have to be mindful of their words. Yep. They will be ensnared by them, and wishing ill on people comes back to them. Yep. They be putting straight up word curses on themselves. They do. And it's like, oh, I missed this whole comment. But it really is like, and I was going to, for the podcast, A Kinder World, I was going to talk about like the weight of our words. Like, that phrase, sticks and stones may break your bones, words may never hurt you. That's a lie. Oh my gosh, it's such a lie. Like basically saying, get over it, let it roll off your shoulders. That's not how words work. Once you hear those words, it's hard to get them out of your head. They take root, if you're not careful. And so like, we really have to be careful about what we say to people and how we say it, because we can say something flippantly and that person will sit with the weight of that thing for the rest of their lives. It's that serious. That's why I try to measure my words the best that I can, But yes, at 60 plus, I've come to see the negative behaviors of others as a testing growing period. If it triggers me, feels like a wounding, then I have to explore what I think they are reflecting. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a great opportunity and what is the word? Invitation. Yes, yes. Oh no worries. Hi, just passing through. Oh no, I didn't get my notification. I'm joining so late. It's all good. It's all good. You're on time. You're right on time. Yes. Hi, Mara. Hi, and thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. When you do the work, some of these things and people become light work. Yeah. And that's why I say, like, I don't want to say it doesn't get easier, because now I'm just like, girl, like I can see a lot of the comments I read now, I'm like, okay, girl. And I don't even want to read all the words, because I don't need my eyes looking over those words, right? But once I catch delete. You start disrespecting me, delete. You start like throwing insults at me, delete. You start misunderstanding me on purpose, delete. I'm not giving you no energy to go back and forth with you. And sometimes I really respond to people and be like, because people will leave comments. I don't know what they think that I don't read the comments, but people will leave comments and say stuff like, she X, Y, and Z, she da 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 da. Like I'm not here, like it's not my channel. I don't know, it's weird. And so I'm like, in response, like, do you really think that like that was kind to say? Do you really think that was helpful? Do you think that was wise? And I delete the comment. Yes, words can last forever. Absolutely. Absolutely. Joy's World says, such a lie. I hated when my mom would say that when I got teased in school. Yeah, because that's not what you need to hear, right? Like, you need to be reaffirmed. When somebody like breaks your confidence in half, you need to be reaffirmed. You need to be supported and reflected. Like the truth needs to be reflected back. I don't even look at the books on my Kindle. That was the whole point of me bringing it out. Yeah. There's a lot of books on here, y'all. Lots. But yes. Okay. Next question. Let's see. Hi, Tea Time Beauty. Yay. Question. How can creativity and storytelling be a healing aid during the reparenting journey? Reparenting is the act of giving self what wasn't received during childhood. I love that. I love this question. Oh, sorry. I missed. What? Thank you so much, Madam D 1108. Thank you. Thank you so much, Guild of Doulas. I love that. Thank you. Wait, that's Danny. Thank you, Danny. Yes, but how can creativity and storytelling be a healing aid during the reparenting journey, as in the act of giving self what wasn't received during childhood? Yes. Okay. Where to begin? Okay. When we're children, we are very creative. Nobody has to teach us how to be creative, right? As we get older, we kind of lose touch of that. We start to grow up. And even in that book that I was recommending that I want to talk about, because growing up is a trap, we're still going to talk about it. But as we get older, we get further and further away from, this book. We get further and further away from who we really were. Okay, so in this book, this is about the Dagara tribe. And one thing that she was talking about is how they call growing up the act of forgetting. Let me see if I can find it. But it's the act of forgetting, right? You come into the world knowing what you're supposed to do, knowing who you are. And because of like your parents, or because of frustrations or fears from your parents, or because of your teachers, or because of your classmates or your friends, right? You start to like put down who you are for who you think you have to be loved, to be cared for and respected, right? And it makes sense. We're all just trying to survive, right? There's no shame in that. But I think that when we start to create again, we're giving ourselves permission to be imperfect. We're giving ourselves permission to be a child, right? And we're also becoming the parents of our child self that we needed as a creative. So maybe your parents are very critical of your art, for example. You are now your own parent. You are now your own caretaker, right? That's the idea of like reparenting, right? Like you are your own caretaker. And so there's a little Alicia, so to speak, in me that I have to now nourish and take care of. This is me holding my little me. Nourish and take care of, right? And one thing that I'm dedicated to is making sure that I am joyful, and I'm dedicated to making sure that little Alicia's dreams come true, whatever that looks like, whether that's just being happy or traveling or singing, right? And so I think storytelling is huge in creativity in general. But I think also like retelling stories. Okay, so as a child, maybe your parent was very critical of your creativity, right? And so as a child, we take this approach and say like, oh, they hated me, they hated my art, da 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 da, right? And I'm only speaking like specifically about this example because everything is nuanced, everything is complicated. But I think that sometimes we have to really storytelling, like putting ourselves in our parents' shoes too, to figure out like, okay, what were they thinking, right? For example, both my parents were born in a very different time, right? My mother supports my art, like she's here. But like my dad, for example, born in a very different time, very critical, very mean, right? And so like he can be very mean. And so I have to learn how not to be mean to my child self because that's how I was raised, to be mean to myself. I'm very critical of myself, very, very critical, very high strung sometimes. And I have to like massage myself into softness because when you're used to growing up walking around on eggshells, you don't feel safe, right? So I think that like going back, being honest about your experiences and also like sometimes putting yourself in their shoes too. And I'm not making excuses for my dad at all. You also realize that it had nothing to do with you. Like that critical, like even though you were affected by that, you were not the root cause of that thing, if that makes sense. So I think, so that's storytelling on one hand, but also like allowing yourself to storytell and tell the truth. That hurt my feelings. That broke my confidence. I'm afraid of failing because I'm afraid of failing because I'm afraid of looking like a failure to my parents and my family. That's a real fear of mine. I'm afraid of failing because I'm afraid of like, I don't know what I'm afraid of. Their judgment, their criticism, their ridicule. I'm just being honest. Okay. I don't know if y'all can hear this car, but that gets on my nerves. The vroom vroom cars, that gets on my nerves. Anyway, but yes, but giving yourself what you need, support, care, rest, cheering yourself on, like being proud of the little things. Like when you look at a parent and their kid is walking and taking new steps, we're like, oh my God, this is so amazing. Yes, let me take pictures. You're so amazing. Like parents are like good, healthy parents. They're like, oh my God, look at this person taking these little baby steps. Like we have to have that same gentleness and care for ourselves. So like, girl, you sent that email, you did that thing, you pitched that. Okay. Or, I don't know. Like, let's go out to lunch. You want to celebrate? You just signed this deal for this contract with this song and this commercial. Let's go sell it. Let's go eat. Like allowing yourself to be human and to play. Also going outside, letting your child self go run around. You know what I'm saying? That. Letting yourself go play in the grass, letting yourself go make mistakes. Allowing yourself to be a kid again. I don't know if that answers the question, but that's what came to mind. So yeah. So what did you need? What I also like when you like, what do I need? A lot of the time I ask myself, like, what am I looking for other people to give me? That's a question I ask myself. Like, okay, I really want their approval. Why? What is that going to mean if I get their approval? How can I give that to myself? Because sometimes your parents can't give you what you need. You know what I mean? So yeah, I hope that answered your question. I don't know. But next. Oh, thank you, Leslyn. Thank you so much. Thank you, Yolanda Marie. Thank you, Southern Rose Tia D. Yay. Thank you, Diamond Frost. Thank you, Coach Key Area 2025. Oh, thank you, Lotus Flower. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate that. Keisha B says, question, what is something that you love or admire about yourself? Oh, that you didn't love or love as much a year ago. Where was I a year ago? A year ago, I love that I found my voice. I love that I'm brave to be myself. and to say what I mean and mean what I say. Um, I love, I don't know, what a year ago, I'm thinking, I love my creativity. I love my bravery. Like I said, I love, even talking about like earlier about like my relationship with God, I love where I am. Like I love how safe I feel. That's what I'll say. I love how safe I feel with myself. And that's a big deal to me. Cause I was my biggest bully. I really was. Like when I think of like all the pressure I was putting on myself and like, oh, if this doesn't work out, then like, oh, what does that mean about me? Like what am I really afraid of failing? Like what am I really afraid of when I say that I fear failure? But I love that I'm rocking with myself. I don't know how else to say that. But like I love that I am kind to myself. I love that I am patient with myself. I love that I'm using my voice to stand up for myself in ways that I didn't stand up for myself before. I'm loving that I'm taking no BS and I'm calling BS out. I'm embracing the parts of me that I thought were bad, like bad for women to possess. Like, oh, you got a mouth on you. Oh no, like I stand in my convictions and I mean what I said. I'm grown. I meant what I said. I don't like that. Period. Right? As opposed to like, well, okay, like I used to give a lot and now I'm like, no. Like I meant what I said and I don't want to have to compromise who I am. Even if I change my mind tomorrow, give me that time to change my mind. But this is how I feel right now. Does that make sense? Giving myself permission to be wrong, to be loud and wrong, giving myself permission to be in a bad mood. like the things that we would call ugly about ourselves, or like they're not actually ugly. They're just human. And I love that I'm allowing myself just to be human. So yeah. I also think that I'm unraveling from the need to always be seen and trying to be somebody and just like being her. Like, I think I spent a lot of my life trying to be enough, trying to be something or someone that matters. And I'm starting to see myself as like, no, I actually do matter. I'm actually really dope. That's something I would never say because I was like, oh, that's so arrogant. That's, and it's like, no, Alicia, like I actually like who I am. And I'm still learning to love myself like fully, but I really like who I am. So yeah. Thank you for that question. Thank you. Celeste. Thank you, Celeste. I just want to say that your videos have recently changed my perspective on life in big ways. Oh, thank you for the enlightenment. You are so smart and eloquent when you speak. Thank you. I love listening to you talk. Thank you. I appreciate that, Celeste. Oh, yes. I was my biggest bully. Hard to admit, but so true. Sometimes we are biggest bullies. We are. And a lot of those voices aren't even ours. Like I realized like I was beating myself up for stuff that like I don't even want to do. I don't even believe. So like even again, the whole religion thing, like me thinking through the lens of religious white men specifically, right? That's not even how I look at the world. That's not even how I look at myself or other people. So why am I using, sorry, there's a bug on the window out there. Make sure it's outside. Yes, it is outside. Okay. But why am I judging myself based on things I don't even value? Getting to the heart of that thing and not being afraid of like what I'm going to find. I think that was the fear. Like, oh, I'm going to find myself unworthy. I'm going to find myself unsaved, uncared for, So yeah. Okay. Let's see. Hope y'all are still with me. Thank you for being with me. Celeste says, on another note, maybe this video request is too long within a Q&A, but I'd like to know more about your journey from college to corporate world to your current free living lifestyle as a creator. Ooh, I would love to do a video on this. Thank you, Celeste. Thank you. I will definitely do a video on that. Definitely. Thank you, Princess Kai Sure 727. Thank you. Congrats, no question here, but thank you for being you and sharing space with us. Thank you. I have found hope, healing, and joy in many of your videos. I'm happy to be a part of your journey. Thank you for being here, a part of this journey. Annika Starr, thank you. So sweet, Deborah Allen, thank you. Thank you so much. Yay. Thank you, oh my Jada. Thank you. Daily positive affirmatives. Congratulations, you so deserve it. I feel fortunate that I came across your channel as it is such a warm, welcoming corner of the internet. Thank you for being here and making it warm and nice. Dom D6280. Thank you. What's your favorite form of exercise? Volleyball first, tennis, swimming, skating, dancing. Wait, is this outside? Okay, yes, it's just a big moth. Wow. Okay. I'm swimming, dancing, playing. Oh yeah, we went dancing. Dancing, I love dancing. If I can dance all night and I leave sweaty, I love that. Love that. Stretching. Yeah, riding my bike. I love riding my bike. Love it. Need to get my bike. Love riding my bike. Walking in the woods, those kinds of things. So yay. Thank you for asking. Um, I love more takes. Hi, Cosmic Sunflower. I love that name. Congratulations, Alicia. I thank you. I love more takes on community and building genuine friendships, as well as your connection to your ancestors. Ooh, okay, okay. Building community takes on community and building genuine friendships. In order to do that, you just got to be yourself, right? And I know that be yourself. It sounds very like Barney-ish, but like seriously, like the friends that I have, I'm just so grateful to have them. The connections I've made, I'm so grateful to have them. But the only way that I've been able to make those connections is actually being seen. Is actually like going places, right? Building the connections, reaching out to people, and being myself, not being who I think I have to be liked, but like being myself. That's how I get like authentic connections and friendships. Connection to my ancestors. I'm just now like getting into, again, because of the whole Christian thing, right? We're taught like, oh, don't venerate the ancestors. It's demonic and da da da. But then I read the Bible, and the Bible has lineages like of Jesus and like all the people that mattered in Jesus's like line. And I'm like, so we're allowed to honor the men and the women that made this man, but I can't honor the people who I come from? That don't make no sense to me. So like literally I do honor my ancestors. I don't want to cry, so I'm just trying to measure my words. But my ancestors mean a lot to me. My ancestors is how I got here. And for people wanting me to cut off my ancestors, there's only one reason why you would want me to do that. You don't want me to value who I am and where I come from and the people that I come from and the people who made me and instilled these beautiful things into me. The people who made my parents, the people who made my cousins and my aunties and my uncles and all them people that I love, like they deserve honor. In a lot of other cultures, they do honor their ancestors. I think of like Day of the Dead, right? In Mexico, for example. Like, I think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful that for one night, like they leave out their favorite foods from their ancestors and people who have passed over in honor of them and in celebration to them and inviting them, right, so to speak, like through the veil, so to speak. Oh, also, check out Coco. Beautiful movie. But like, yeah, I love my ancestors. And I'm not ashamed of them. I don't know. I'm not ashamed to like honor them and to love on them. Like please, I've gotten so much from them. It'd be a mess for me to be like, oh, we don't talk about them anymore. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. So yeah. Love my ancestors down, okay? And also like there are people who have transitioned that have, don't want to cry. There are people who have transitioned over who have left a mark on me for the rest of my life, and it didn't make sense to me. Like, you know, you would go to funerals and you would see the person's body, but their soul is gone, and it never sat right with me. Like, it never made sense to me. Like, God, why would you make such beautiful people just to take them away, so I could never be connected to them ever again? Like, why would you ever do that? I don't think that God does that. I don't think God is that cruel. I don't think Spirit is that cruel. You know, like, what if our ancestors do exist? You know what I'm saying? And are championing us, right? This is going to get a little woo-woo, but it is what it is. So my husband, I hope he doesn't mind me speaking about this, but we had an experience, and he said that he could hear the prayers of people, right? And so in my mind, like in a spiritual realm, so to speak, right? There are times when I'm in and out of sleep that I can hear music. I can hear messages. I'll have vivid dreams. Like, I had a dream that an elder came up to me recently and told me a message, like, straight up. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I don't downplay the spiritual. But like, I don't downplay the spiritual. I think it all exists. I think, sorry, the whole point of bringing up the prayer, I'm all over the place. The whole point of bringing up the prayer is, like, we say stuff like in Christian spaces, the prayers of the righteous availeth much, or people say stuff like, oh, the prayers of my grandmother, right, are X, Y, and Z. Okay, you said it's all good. Okay, good. All right. Okay, so we had an experience where, you know, we both ingested some things, and Jamal had an experience of like hearing prayers, right? Hearing prayers from people. And during that time, I thought about that thing in that phrase, how we say like the prayers of the righteous availeth much, and how like people talk about they're living off of their grandmother's prayers, right? Like, and so spirit just doesn't stop being, like it just doesn't stop being. Just like energy, like they say, energy is not destroyed. It just changes, like whatever. I'm butchering it, but you know what I mean. So I think that because we are all spirit, right? Like we're all spirit. Spirit just doesn't stop because we stop existing in this body. My mother even talks about like how okay. My mother talks about how she also has experienced hearing an ancestor after they had passed on, right? Or like these kinds of experiences that happen. And to me, it's not far-fetched to believe that our ancestors are existing in a different plane, like caring for us, praying for us, taking care of us, those kinds of things, right? So for me, I'm just like, yeah, like that. But again, I've always thought that, right? And so thank you, Erica. Energy never dies. It's transferred, exactly. And so I always thought that, but because I didn't want to be a bad Christian, I was like, no, we can't talk about this. That's not real, right? Like they just don't exist anymore. Or they're just sleeping or whatever it is. But it's just like, I just don't think that God is that cruel. When I think of my ancestors who have passed over, there's a process that they go through, right? And so, excuse me, a lot of people who are like death doulas talk about how a person who is passing, they see, like they'll be in the room by themselves with a person who is taking care of them, or like, whatever, helping them during their process. And like my family literally has seen this, where a family member who is passing over, who's in the process of passing, calls out the names of people who have passed on before them, like they're in the room. I'm sorry. Like, it's not far-fetched to me. Like, I believe, I just believe, like I believe it. So yeah, so I do believe that our ancestors exist and in a way that maybe we can't necessarily see right now, like with our own, like, our eyes right now, but with our spiritual eyes, we can see, we can hear, we can experience. And for a lot of people, it's scary. And so some people like turn away from that stuff, which is, whatever, it's fine. Because I'm sure that could be like jarring, like, wait a minute, whoa, you know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know what that is, but like, I believe that our ancestors be there. So, because yeah, that don't make no sense to me that they just stop existing. Like that love that you feel for them, that like, that pull, like you can feel the connection that you have with someone that you love. You can feel it, you can feel it when it's frayed, when it's broken, when it's pressured. And so like, for me, I don't believe that, like when I look at this bouquet of flowers I'm looking at right now, that reminds me of my Aunt Eunice, that her presence might not be here. Or if I hear a song, or if I cry, or, like, what I'm saying? So anyway, oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I can always hear my mother calling me. I love that. That's beautiful. And people try to explain it away, like, oh, it's just a phantom, whatever. Nah, I don't, nah. Hi, Lawana Dean. Hello. My grandfather on my mom's side of the family showed up twice in my home. He plays with my cat. Yeah. See, I see things like that, and I'm just like, yeah. It's sign, or even like children. I've seen some videos about like videos with kids who literally like will describe someone who has passed on before, and the kid will be like, oh yeah, this person, and they look like this, and they sound like this, and who is this? And then the parents will be like, wait a minute, you ain't ever even met that person. How you know who that is? But I also feel like because kids, animals, like nature, they have eyes to see. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, anyway. Love Up Single Mom says it's scientific. Yep. Everything happens at once all the time. He was hearing them in their time. Yes. Yes. Oh no. Hi MJ. No worries. Hi Survivorship. Hello. Spaghetti Max says, I swear I met my great grandmother when I was a child around 5 or 7 years old. She passed when I was a baby. I remember her hair, her wheelchair. Wow. See, I'm sorry. Ain't no way. Because like, again, people will try to, oh, you just had this kind of phenomenon. Okay. And I also understand that spirit is very, spiritual things are very intimidating to some people. So like, and as it was to me, it still low key is. I'm not going to pretend I'm just like, yes, I want to see and hear everything. Right. Like, cause I still have some fear around it, but I'm also like loosening my grip on fear. Like, what am I really afraid of? What are we fearing exactly? Right. Like these people who have passed on loved me well, so yeah. Oh, thank you, Deja Hatsfield. Hello. Thank you. Taylor says, I feel the world breaks us down and dampens our abilities at times. Absolutely. It makes us afraid of it, makes us think that our spiritual gifts are demonic gifts. Also, it's awful. Yes, yes. Yay. Thank you, Blue Hibiscus. Thank you so much. Congratulations on your accomplishment. I appreciate your insight and wisdom. I'm happy I found your channel. I'm happy that you're here. Yay. Oh, awesome. Hi, Alicia. I just want to say thank you for showing me how to have gratitude. Oh, yay. Hi, Joy Joy's World. One thing that has moved me is when you said that you were grateful to feel pain. Yes. That put me in deep thought, and now I thank God for everything. Yes. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. Like when you feel pain in your body, again, this, whatever, just go with me. Enamored with life, right? When you feel pain in your body, it sucks and it hurts, right? I'm not saying like, oh yeah, feel pain. Also, hi, Jay Good. Thank you so much for the like on Facebook. I appreciate that. It does suck, right? But like the pain in your body is showing that your body loves you, and it's showing you that something is wrong. Like, hey girl, hey, that milky, that milky dish you ate earlier, please don't do that again. Don't do that to us, you know? Or, hey, this joint hurts. Something is wrong. Maybe we should get this checked out, right? Or, you know, something. Oh, your heart hurts. We don't like how this person makes us feel. All your pain is information, right? It's just telling you that something is wrong. Like talking about your heart isn't like, you know, feeling brokenhearted. But for me, I'm sure most people feel this. I think like when your heart breaks, right? When your heart breaks, like you can feel the pain in your chest. You know what I mean? Like I can literally feel like, oh, like God, like it hurts. Like it physically hurts. And so like your body is telling you, hey girl, what's going on? Like, we don't like how this person makes you feel. We don't like this. Your rage, your anger. Your anger is your friend. Hey girl, we need justice. Cause absolutely not. Never again. Right? Like, just like, what's the movie? Inside Out. Your feelings, right? Your pain, the same thing. They all have benefits. They're all needed. So yeah. Yeah. Yes. Hi, Black Artivism. It's good to see you. Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hi, Cookie K. My mom said after my granny passed, I was carrying 2 cups of soda, and my mom asked why I had 2 cups. And I said, one for me and one from Granny. I was 5 or 6 years old. My mom was shocked. Yes, I'm sure she was. I'm sure she was. But that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, thank you for listening to my perspective. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna be honest, I have been burned out. I have not been good with my email. So please forgive me. But yes, I will get back to you as soon as I can. And hi, Indenia Austin. Hello. Thank you for the like. I'm loving these thought-provoking questions. Such a beautiful and thoughtful group of human beings in the chat. I agree. And I really appreciate that y'all let me be weird and all the things. And I appreciate that y'all are low-key weird too. Not an insult, a compliment. It's a compliment. Yes. I love Inside Out movie too. Yes. I want to see the second one. I've seen the second one twice. I cried both times. But I be crying. But it's really good. Yay. Hi, Marilyn B. Hi. Thank you, Shiffonia Turner. Thank you so much. Wing it with 500. Yay. This is awesome. Congrats on hitting 40K. It's always good to listen to the music you make. Thank you. The talks, even the rants, tangents, and potential rants and tangents are fun to listen to too. Thank you so much. Wing it with 500 has been here since the beginning too. I appreciate them. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. Everybody cried. Okay. There was not a dry. All you hear is all throughout the movie theater. I went to go see it the first time with my friend Jordan. Jordan is so funny. But wait a minute. Not in Caught the Holy Ghost. What? That's funny. But me and my friend Jordan, shout out to Jordan. Because when I tell you, he always goes to the movies with me and I be crying. We went to the movies one time. We saw Best Man Holiday. Okay. We had just went shopping before then, right? This was when it was in theaters. He had just bought a pair of socks. And so I was in the movie. I had no tissue, no nothing. I was sobbing, like boo-hooing. Like this is when, spoiler 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The wife dies at the end. So sorry if you didn't know that. But she died. And so there's a funeral. And at the funeral, they're singing, as around the sun, the earth knows she's revolving, right? And I'm just like, oh, forget it. They brought it full circle to the beginning where, that's like one of the classic scenes in Best Man when they're dancing together to As by Stevie Wonder. And when that scene came up, my tears I just bawled, boohooed crying. Jordan reached in his bag and handed me handed me the pair of socks he just bought, and I'm just like, oh my God. Like, just like sobbing into his socks. But anyway, I cried also with him at Inside Out too. So there's that. There's that. But yes. Oh, hi. Rehidi. Hello. Arai Hidi. Hello. Congrats on 40K. I've been watching you for a few weeks and I love your work. Thank you. I'm also from the DMV PG County. We out here. Shout out to you. Oh, hi. I'm visiting my daughter and her family in California and glad to miss you. I'm glad that you're here. And shout out to your daughter and her family. Hello. Yay. Yes. I cry. Even when I try not to, it's not gonna work. It don't work. It hurts. When I try to hold back my tears, it literally hurts. But yes. Yay. Okay. Isn't it a beautiful song? It's so beautiful. Hi, Maya Spikes writes. Hello. I said Maya Spikes. Maya Spikes writes. Hello. And yes, As in what is one of my favorite Stevie Wonder songs. Same. It's a beautiful, the lyrics are beautiful. Oh, I'm just so sad that, like, it's fine. I think who he wrote it for, he's not married to no more, but it's a beautiful song. It's beautiful. Hi, Tess Hudson. Congrats, I became a subscriber around the 5,000 mark. Thank you for being here. I know it isn't easy to grow a channel, but I have learned so much. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Mukbang Muga, hello. Gorgeous pic. Congratulations. Thank you for being you. You healed many. Wow. That's very kind and sweet. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you, MJ. Thank you, Miss Hawkins. Yay, blessings to you as well. Purple pink. Woohoo. Thank you. You know when I say woohoo, that reminds me of woohoo. Living Single at the end where that lady was on like that fan, that windmill. It was like a production company and she's like holding on. It's like woohoo. Anyway, I hope y'all know what I'm talking about. That was in the 90s. Anyway, Luis HP3, yay. Congratulations on growing your community here on YouTube. I hope more people on the same wavelength as you find, because your content is such a breath of fresh air. Thank you so much. Something I'd like to ask is, how do you usually approach the creation of your music? Do you start with an idea in mind and work from there, or do you get sporadic moments of inspiration, or both? Most of the time I get sporadic inspiration. So, where's my phone at? My phone is in here somewhere, because I just had it for Audible. Either way, I'll find it. On my phone. Yes, the end of Living Single. Yes. Woohoo. After the credits. And I think it was also like after Smart Guy too. It was like a bunch of shows that had that at the end, I think. Maybe not Smart Guy. I don't know where my phone is, y'all. But either way, I get randomly songs will come to me. And this is why I say, like, it's spirit, right? Songs will come to me while I'm in the shower. Songs will come to me while I'm eating dinner. Songs will come to me while I'm in my sleep. The song Sing, I'll share it with y'all. The song Sing that I sung, and it's about depression. I had a dream that I sang that song with Donald Glover sitting on a branch somewhere in the woods at nighttime. It was very much like real life adventure time. Sing. So that song, the melody of that song, yes, half and half. Yes. That ain't nothing but Little Woman on a Windmill. Wow. Okay. Yes. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yes. Thank you. Okay. But yes, Sing is a song. Sorry, y'all. I get distracted. But Sing is a song that I got in my sleep. Paste. So I'll wake up and immediately I have to record it or else I'm going to forget it. What I've realized is that, like, when spirit gives me something, I got to write down immediately because I'll forget it. I got a lot of things going on in here and it just like falls out. So, the melody will come to me. I really don't know where my phone is. That's wild because I just had it. Oh, yes, I do. Here it is. Okay. Songs will come to me and I have to record it in my phone. Literally in the middle of the night, I'll be like, I'll be right back. I got to go record a song. It'll be like 3 a.m. And I'll come back to that 3 a.m. It'll be 3 a.m. and I go in the bathroom. Y'all know where my bathroom is. I don't even know why I'm pointing, but I'll go in the bathroom and I'll sit on the toilet and like record a song or record the melody that I hear. This morning I did the same thing. So I have a lot of, I don't know if you can see this, a lot of recordings and I really just have to sit with it. And like, a lot of these are voice messages to myself, but most of them are melodies or random lyrics to parts of songs. And then I just literally take what spirit gives me and I try to piece it together and make it make sense or go with the flow or see how it feels. Yeah. Oh yeah, I put it in the chat. Okay. So it is sporadic. So I record it on my phone. Then I get my loop station And then I record the melody. If it's a looping melody, I record it that way. Put the bass down, build on top of that and play with it. So that's basically what I do with the music that I create. I'm putting out an EP soon, hopefully, in honor of my ancestors, by the way. The names of the songs are going to be people who have passed on that I love and I miss. And a lot of them don't have words. So sometimes it's just a melody. Sometimes it's just, because every song don't need words. You know what I mean? Like some songs are just melody. So yeah. I hope that answers your question. Do you start with an idea in mind? So yeah, so like I said, sporadic, I record in here, then I take the idea and then I build on that. So yeah, thanks for asking. Tony952, nope, that's wrong. Tony9252. Congratulations, Alicia. Thank you so much. You deserve every subscriber that you have and more. Your videos are golden. Thank you. Many times just hearing you speak makes me calm. That makes me happy. It's truly like I'm listening to a dear friend. Thank you for making videos and thank you for being such a kind and thoughtful person. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your journey and genuine spirit with us. Peace and success to you. Thank you, TNT7694. Thank you. I don't know why it doesn't display y'all names, right? That's weird. Because it's like the names that I see here is not the names. Anyway, it's okay. Well deserved. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you. Congratulations. Imagine it being sang like Vesta Williams. Thank you so much, Javon. Thank you. Question. How do you resist the pull of capitalism and Black excellence as you see more and more success? Great question. I literally was asking myself that question today. Here's what I want to share that I got today and I recorded on my phone. That was one of my voice messages. I said to myself, like, I have to define what success looks for me. Because a lot of the things that people say are success, right? A lot of things that people say equals success is not even things that I want. Like they're not even things that I really desire. But because we've been conditioned or programmed, I should say, we've been programmed to want certain things as a measure of success. I really have to consistently check in with myself. Girl, do you care? Do you care that this video only got 500 views when YouTube tells you that it should have gotten like 10,000? Do you like? Sure, it might hurt the ego, right? Because like, oh, nobody wants to watch it. But also like, no, I'm proud of myself because I created something I enjoyed. And that is the measurement of success. Not like who watches it, how many views it gets, how much money it makes. Changing what I define as success into something that I can actually control, right? I can actually control or have some say in. Because if I'm always chasing numbers and like growth and the next thing, like everything will be out of my control. I can't control who sees my videos. They might see it on their thing. They might not click. You know what I'm saying? Like it might be recommended and they might not be interested. Right. And so I just have to do what spirit tells me to do and whoever it's supposed to find, it'll find. And I have to constantly do that because it's an everyday thing. Because YouTube, like in analytics, let me see if I can show y'all. I might show y'all my analytics, but there's like youtube.com and then go to studio. In the analytics, like when you post a video, it'll have like, oh, this video is like 1 out of 10, which means it did really well. Or this video is a 10 out of 10. Nobody watched and nobody cared, right? Okay, let's see. How can I share this? Let me stop screen. Present. Share screen. Let me see if I can zoom in here so y'all can see this. Okay. Share. All right, so that's fine. Okay, whatever. Okay, so we've updated the erase song feature. Anyway, when you post a video, right here, the last video you posted will be here. So it'll tell you, oh, this video did 4 out of 10, meaning, let me see. Why can't you see that? Can y'all see that? No, it's cut off. Hold on one sec. Let me see. Is this better? Okay, cool. So yeah, so out of the last 10 videos I posted, it'll tell you, oh, this was 9 out of 10. This was 8 out of 10. And all these green marks will be red. Okay. Like all where you see green, it'll be red when it tanks, when it does awful. And we've associated red with like, oh no, it's bad. Right. And so the colors are on purpose, by the way. Like it just gives you like anxiety and like, do better, work harder, make better videos. And on some level it's helpful, I think, but sometimes it also causes me anxiety. So sometimes what I do is just this. Where you see this? Oh no, why can't I see this? Usually I shut this. How do you even, Nope. Go back. Go back, please. Sometimes I can't see how I do it now. I think I've blown it up too much that I can't see. But sometimes I just turn it off because I don't want to, don't care, don't want to see it, don't want to see that it tanked, right? Don't want to see how many people viewed it, don't want to see none of that because it kind of like destroys your confidence a little bit. Yeah, because it's all about numbers. But it's like, I remember why I'm here. Like, I'm not here for numbers. You feel me? Like, I'm here to be honest and to share my thoughts. And if people like it, great. If not, okay. Okay. And it's really like you got to give yourself permission to not be liked, to not be popular, to not be understood, that kind of thing. But also reminding myself that my worth is not wrapped up in how many followers I have, how many views I have, how much money I have, none of that stuff. Wait, I'm on the wrong thing. Okay. Back to sharing. Yay. Okay. Yay. Oh, hi, Enough by MNT. Hello. Congratulations on 40K. Thank you. It's beautiful to see your community grow and more people being able to experience the goodness that is you. Thank you. That is so kind. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Just an FYI, the end of Living Single is a Sister Lee production company. Okay, yes. Woohoo. Absolutely. Oh, the Sister Lee production company. Thank you. Yes, exactly. You're not lazy, you're tired. Yes. Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Mara. Thank you, Latoya. Kopich, thank you. User, it's okay. Thank you so much, whoever you are. I'm sorry, it doesn't display like the name of the people. I don't know why it does that. Congratulations, Alicia, on reaching 40K subscribers. Thank you. My question, what does it mean to live your life authentically in a world of carbon copy? Ooh, that's a good question. Authenticity. What does it mean to live your life authentically in a world of carbon copy? Literally unlearning, a lot of unlearning what I thought I had to be, who I thought I had to be, going with my gut, even when it doesn't make sense. That's a practice because logically, right? Our logic, we've been told to like prioritize logic above everything else, right? So like logically that doesn't make any sense, but my spirit feels like it needs to do this. My soul feels like it needs to do this. Also allowing myself to be in the feelings. A lot of my content feels like it goes like this, like up and down. I'm like, I'm happy. We're in the woods. Burn capitalism. Oh my gosh, it's an amazing snow day. Oh, I hate, I hate injustice, right? And I think I was so worried about like coming across as like what's going on? Like giving people whiplash, right? But the human experience is complicated. Allowing myself to be human, to be angry today and also happy and joyous at the same time, to be hopeful, to dream, and to be critical of certain things, giving myself the breath, so to speak, to be all of myself instead of feeling like I have to fit myself into a box or a niche. Yeah, it's hard sometimes because you don't know if you want to be seen. Well, people, literally, I post stuff and I'd be like, is this too negative? Like, are people gonna get it? Are people gonna be turned off? Like, I have these questions. I am so thirsty. I am so sorry. I have to drink some water. But like, I have these questions, right? Like, are people gonna get it? Are they gonna misunderstand me? And sometimes yes, and sometimes they don't get it. Sometimes yes, they do misunderstand you. But it's like, but the people who get it, get it. You know what I'm saying? Those who get it, get it. So. That was good. Oh my God, that was so good. I'm hoping y'all can't hear me. I'm so sorry. ASMR water drinking. But anyway, but yes, just like being all of myself. Yeah, and giving myself room to be all of myself, and also never claiming that I'm a what's the word? What is the word? I am not a professional, an expert. Not an expert. I'm just a human being sharing my experiences with life. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that takes the pressure off of me to have to be anybody else but myself, because I'm not promising that I'm perfect. I'm not promising that I'm God, that I'm flawless, that I'm infallible. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just a girl. Like, I'm just a human being on this planet trying to figure it out, and I'm sharing that journey with y'all. And so I think you all give me room to be able to be who I want to be. And I really appreciate that. So thank you. Thank you, user. Marshana Clark, thank you so much. Thank you so much. The original Scorpio Bell. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, True. Thank you. I appreciate you. Oh, what is this? Not feminine, fit, and friendly. Hold on. Let me open this in a separate tab. Oh boy. Okay, no. Yikes. I don't know what that's about, but okay. Thank you, Infinite Soul L. But I get the joke. I do get it. I do get it. Manny Mahi. Congratulations. You deserve it all and more, Queen. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Real Lashonda at large. Hello. Thank you so much. Big congrats to you, sis. I'm proud of you for this great accomplishment. Thank you. Your content is a breath of fresh air. Question: what situations in your life led to push back against the Western capitalist norm of slave for possession? Excuse me. Against the Western capitalist norm of slave for possession and position till you die. My burnout, my depression, my getting sick, I think was what was the catalyst that it really took. Like, was the catalyst for me to be like, okay, no, we're done with this. I tell the story where I was working at a hospital, and my back hurt so bad that when I laid down, I would be crying, like my lower back. It would just hurt, like just so bad. And I went to the hospital, got an MRI. They didn't see nothing wrong. I got x-rays, and then I went to PT. That didn't work. I went to the chiropractor, and at that point, the chiropractor, the doctor, she said that she saw my back, and it looked like my back had like injuries, like it had like severe trauma to it. And I was like, I don't even be doing nothing. I'll be sitting at the desk. I'll be helping patients. I'll be walking around. I don't be doing nothing like, nothing like strenuous to my body. And I realized that my job was hurting me. My job was making me sick. And so, why am I getting Skype today stuff? Anyway, my job was making me sick. And I think from there, I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I want to be an artist. I had been pretending for like years that I was like, no, I'm going to be a serious person. And I'm putting that in quotes. I'm going to be a serious person. I'm going to go all in on my stuff. But like, my job was really making me sick and unhappy. And it wasn't until I got married and my husband was like, okay, let's give yourself a chance to like be an artist. And that was it, right? So I think when I had the privilege of doing so, right? So I want to make that clear. I had the privilege of doing that, but also like I was never drawn or driven by capitalism in the first place. I think I thought that I had to be. And so I tried to be, and it was just wearing me out. And I was like, no, God put me here to be an artist. And so it means that it sometimes it's more complicated to figure out how to make a living or how to do X, Y, and Z, because you have to survive in a capitalist society with money. So you need money to survive. But it never really resonated with me. School never really resonated with me, even though I went and I struggled and I suffered, and my depression was even worse in college. The deadlines I didn't understand, the pressures I didn't understand. I'm a very much like, it's not that serious kind of person, because a lot of the stuff is just not that serious. But it wasn't until I gave myself permission to listen to myself and be like, okay, what do you really want to do? And that's how I gave myself permission. It said that the internet went out, but hopefully you heard me. But yes, it never resonated with me. I never understood why fear had to be the inspiration, why people had to work until they basically died, why people work so hard and never got a chance to live, right? Like, it just doesn't make sense, and it's not sustainable. I don't know. It's saying that it's bad, but hopefully y'all can still hear me. So yeah. Can y'all hear me? Are y'all still here? I don't know. But either way, I think when I go back to my child self, right? When I go back and listen and ask my child self, like, what is it that you want to do? Who are you? I was never like taken with any of that stuff. Like, I always wanted to be outside. I wanted to be in the grass and exploring nature and saving kittens. You know what I mean? And like being taken with life, and school and work and all that other stuff never really gave you the opportunity to be human. Okay, the audio. Okay, good. Okay, cool. As long as y'all can hear me, that's all that matters. But yeah, like I always was taken with that, and it wasn't until like, oh, now you're in school, now you have to care about these things, right? Feeling pressure from the teachers and the employers and all these other things, and like, it's just like, no, I don't. That's not who I am. That's never who I was, and no wonder like all this stuff makes me depressed and makes me ill. This is against who I am now, because I'm choosing not to live that kind of life. There are things that I have to sacrifice, right? There are certain things that I'm not going to be able to, that I see right now, that I'm not going to be able to have access to, because I choose that certain life for myself. And I want to make that clear because I don't want to romanticize, even though it's romantic to me, this is my dream. I don't want to romanticize things because like it really does come at a cost. Like when you choose yourself and your own path in life, when you choose your art, when you choose freedom, there is a cost. And people are not going to understand it. People ain't going to get it. People are always going to try to like downplay it or like give you something else to do. But if you stay like the course, eventually you'll see something. You'll see some sort of reward, so to speak, for honoring who you are and who you were made to be. So I hope that that makes sense. Also, I was not created to work. Okay? Capitalism is new. Let's start there. It's new. The United States is very new. All right? like there are other ways to do things. There are other ways that people existed in ways that people were honored that didn't include any capitalism. You know? So trying to remember that there was a time before this. Okay. There was a time before I was valued for the work that I did, for the money that I made other people, that kind of stuff. You know, like I am a sovereign human being. Like beyond whatever label somebody puts on me, beyond the workforce, like I am a spiritual being. I'm not limited by capitalism. So I have to keep reminding myself of that, you know? So anyway, exactly, gorgeous one. Hello. You were not created to work. We're just forced to work. Right? Like we're just forced to work because that is the system. And I'm not saying that if we didn't have the system, we wouldn't work. We would just be doing work that matters to us. Art is work. Creating is work. It's just not valued because other people don't value it. But art is everywhere. Art is work. Writing is work. Raising people is work, right? Like growing food, these kinds of things. All that is work. Cleaning, caring for people, all that is work. It's effort. It's labor in some sort of way. We just want to labor in a way that honors who we are. That's it. So people, say things like to me, oh, you just want to be lazy. You just want to be an artist. There's nothing lazy about being an artist, first of all. Artistry is not sorry, that's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And so like, if we just honored everybody, we wouldn't have to live under the system. That's another conversation for another day, if that makes sense. But yes, thank you for asking that question. I appreciate that. Yay. And yay. I just saw you in the chat. Hello. Thank you. Working Twice as Hard has a book. Let me share this book. Working Twice as Hard. And I meant to share her book a long time ago. I am so sorry. Okay, Working Twice as Hard, The Reality of Entrepreneurship. Yes. Okay, I'm going to share this book with y'all. But this is Working Twice as Hard's book. Paste. Check it out. It is called, I'm on the wrong screen, y'all. So it's called Working Twice as Hard, The Reality of Entrepreneurship for Black Women. Quenisha Jackson Wright is the author, and they wrote it June 1st, 2021. So please check out the book. I meant to share that a long time ago, but yes. And thank you for your comment. Let me go back. Okay, yes. Thank you. You're amazing as well. Thank you. Okay, Terry W. I absolutely love your channel. Consider it an integral part of my spiritual care. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm sure it's been asked in some form before, but how do you navigate being a sensitive person versus sharing such big parts of yourself online? To be more specific, how do you share your personal growth with the world while also upholding your spiritual identity as a human being whose life doesn't exist solely for content? Do you ever feel the line gets blurry? Yes. I'll be honest with you. Yes. Sometimes I'm thinking like, should I make a video about this? Or is this just for me? Is this medicine just for me, or is it for other people? Have I chewed on this myself first before I'm sharing it, or does Spirit want me to share it right now, right? Like, so yes, I think in a world where everything is content, it's hard not to, again, make yourself content, and I'm trying not to do that. But I also love the fact that I can share messages in real time that I want to share with people, or ideas, or questions, or concepts, right? Because I don't have the answers. These are just questions. A lot of stuff I share is just questions. What if we didn't do X, Y, and Z? What else could be possible, And so, yes, the line does get blurry, because I think when you're making videos or podcasts or whatever it is that you're creating, when you're making art about your life, I don't even like using the word content. That's another conversation for another day. But like when you're making art about your life, I think it's very hard to figure out what parts of your life you want to keep to yourself, what parts of your life you don't want to share yet, and what parts of your life you do want to share with people. Because like if I'm sharing something personal and it gets slapped down by a disrespectful comment, it might hurt more, right, than something that I've sat with and worked through for like a year or so, And also, something else I got from Spirit that I wrote down in my journal, that I really want to come back and I'll share it with you all because I've had time to sit with it. Like, there's this, because, okay, I don't want to exploit Spirit. I hope that makes sense. I don't want to exploit Spirit, nor do I want to exploit myself. And I don't want it to ever turn into something where it's like, oh, let me share this so I can, I don't know. Let me share this so I can get attention or get likes or get money or whatever it is. Like, sometimes it's like you're looking for, oh, I need something to talk about this week. Do you? Or can you sit in silence this week? Can you do nothing this week? Can you listen to somebody else this week? Can you support somebody else? Can you share somebody else's message, right? Like, so there are things, that I think that I have to ask myself, because it's like, do you really want to share this message, or do you want to be seen? You got to be honest about that. Like, do you want to be seen? Are you afraid that you're going to lose momentum? Like, really questioning those things, and not being afraid of the answers, because there's no shame either way. There's no shame either way. But sometimes when I check in with myself and it's like, oh, you're afraid that you're going to lose you're going to lose whatever, followers, subscribers, X, Y, and Z, even the way that I want to present the message, right? Sometimes I feel tempted to filter it a little bit, to like not be so straightforward, because it's like, oh, people aren't going to get it. People need nuance. It's like, no, like, say the message how I told you to say it. You feel me? So yeah, it does get blurry. My pride and ego gets in the way. I'm human. Okay. I'm also scared. I'm very sensitive. I have not reached the point yet where like things don't impact me. They do. So yeah, so navigating that, I have to be very careful. But how do you navigate being a sensitive person? Yes. Okay. So this actually inspired me to make a video. So I'm excited. But I'm a very sensitive girl in a very cruel world. It is what it is. I'm a very sensitive woman. It is what it is. That's not going to change. So like, I have to do things. I have to put things in place to keep myself well. I post a video and I run. I'm trying to get better at that. Not being in the comments as soon as I post the video, especially when it's something that I know people might not like. I don't know. You know, like not coming back to the comments for a few days or a few weeks. Yeah, like not being online all the time. Going outside, getting offline, because the internet can be a very rough place for Black women. Very rough place for Black women. So yeah. Thank you for asking. And how do you share your personal growth with the world while upholding your spiritual identity as a human who doesn't exist for content? Okay, yes. Like I said, letting myself sit with it for a little bit sometimes. Not sharing it at all, sharing it with my friends, sharing it with my husband, my mom, journaling, and applying it also. I think sometimes it's very easy to get caught up in like the talking about the thing without the actual applying the thing. Because like, yeah, you know, and I never want to come across that like, I have all the answers, because I don't, you know, so yeah, allowing myself to be human. I hope that answers your question. But thank you, Terry. Thank you for asking that. Hi, just passing through. I think I just saw you. Hello. Long time subscriber. Thank you so much for being here. I'd like to ask you some fun questions. Sure. If you were a dress. Okay, here we go. If you were a dress. Oh, sorry. I'm just highlighting questions that I see in the comments. Okay. If you were a dress, what would you look like and why? Ooh, okay. The color of my dress would be yellow. I love a yellow dress, okay? The length of my dress would be to my thighs because it's hot. Let's see. I think I would want it to be like a halter dress. I love a halter dress. Sometimes it cuts into the back of my neck though. But a halter dress without a bra, free the ninnies. I would love what else? Yeah, to my upper thigh, halter, yellow dress that when I spin, it goes out and spins with me. I love that. Yeah, fabrication. It would be cotton or linen because it's hot. But yeah, that would be the dress that I want to wear. So yay. Hi, Brown Girls Invest too. Hello. Thank you for being here. Thank you. We're just asking questions, and if you have any questions for me, you can ask them, or you can just chill out and hang out. Thank you for being here. Appreciate that. Oh, I missed it. Sorry. I love you and don't pretend. I love you and don't pretend, and you are real, and you are real. Make life good. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That was me. Listen, memory independence is a must. Okay. I went to the liberation. Yes, memory liberation. Absolutely. Free the ninnies. I went to the true something. Anyway, it's a broad place. And when I tell you I've been wearing the wrong size, and it's been cutting into my arms, because I got the wrong size bra. Anyway, but I put on that new one. I said, oh my God, this is amazing. Okay, second question. Second question. What is your favorite fruit? Ooh, what is your favorite vegetable? Thank you for asking. On a good day, watermelon. If it's sweet, they're okay. Something I discovered about myself is that I don't like strong tastes. I don't like tart things, like eating a lot of it. I don't like sour things, and I don't like really salty things or really spicy things when it's painful. The fruit that I like, my favorite fruits are persimmon. I just discovered them last year. Delicious. They're very calming fruit. The fruit is so calm. It's so like gently sweet. It's like, ooh, yes. I like persimmon. I like watermelon. I like grapefruit on a good day, and I know because that's bitter, right? But sometimes I like the bitter. Grapefruit. I think those are my top three. Am I lying, Ma? Grapefruit, if she's still here. Grapefruit, watermelon, persimmon. Yeah, those are my favorite fruit right now. On a good day, if the strawberries, sweet strawberries. Yes, I think that's all I got so far. Vegetables, I love broccoli. Love broccoli, love asparagus. I love spinach. And Brussels sprouts have to be baked or roasted, but I love Brussels sprouts. Green beans, I like roasted too. That's really good too. With some like garlic, ooh, and a little bit of salt, boom, delicious. Oh yes, I do. I don't even know how to pronounce this, but yes, I do like this. Hi, Paper Tape, by the way. Hello. I do like them. I do. I had my first one. Also, guinep. For all my Haitian folk, I think it's guinep. Other people call it different kind of fruit, but like it's like a ball, and then you bite into it, and inside it's like this clear kind of flesh-like thing, and you eat into it, and it's very sweet. It's delicious. I think my Haitian friends call it guinep. Either way, it's delicious. Love that. But yeah, vegetables, broccoli, asparagus. Yeah, I think I said all the things. Yeah, okay. Would you prefer to drive, fly, or take a train if you had a 16-hour trip? I would rather take, okay, well, if it's on land, drive. I love, okay, is that what that is? Let me see. Rambutans? Let me look this up. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Yes, that's it. Okay, hold on. This is what I'm talking about. And they called it like guinep or something when I was like, oh, I never heard of it. Let's see, share. Yes, this is it. This is she. Yeah. And then you bite into it, and inside it's delicious. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Haven't had one since. I had one in the Cayman Islands, I think. In the Cayman Islands. Haven't had another since. It was so good. We were just eating them on the beach. It was so good. Yes, they're delicious. Yes. Ah, so good. So good. All right, let me share the screen again. Okay, there we go. Okay, yes. Okay. That's why it made me think of that, because I was like, guinep, yeah, is it lychee? Lychee? I feel like that Marge meme where I'm like, I don't know how to pronounce this. But yes, it's delicious. Hi, Miss Kendra. Hello, welcome. But yes, so good. That's what it reminds me of. But it's delicious, yes. Okay. What is your favorite line from any song and why? That's a hard answer. That's a hard question to answer. I love a lot of songs from music. I mean, a lot of lines from music. I don't know. That's a hard question. Can I name some lyricists that I like? I like Frank Ocean. I like Frank Ocean's lyrics because they're so honest. I like Brandy Carlisle's lyrics in The Story. That's one of my favorite songs. I love Stevie Nicks' verses in Landslide. Well, I've been afraid of changing because I built my world around you. But time, hold on. I got to look up the lyrics because now I can't even think about it. I got to sing it. I don't want to sing right now. But it's one of my favorite songs. And Stevie Nicks is an amazing writer. Let's see. Fleetwood Mac sung it. But it was written and performed by Stevie Nicks. Let's see, lyrics. What else? Who is somebody else that I love listening to? The lyrics wise. Jasmine Sullivan. I don't know if she writes her songs, but like the way that she performs her lyrics, love, love, love. You can feel it. But yes. So the lyrics to Landslide. I took my love and took it down, climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills till the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? And then the chorus is, well, I've been afraid of changing because I built my life around you, but time makes you bolder. Even children get older, and I'm getting older too. When I tell you, that song makes me cry. It makes me cry. Stevie Wonder is also a great lyricist, as is a great song lyric-wise. I think also Temptations' Papa Was a Rolling Stone. I just thought it was very clever. The last line, and all he left us was alone. I don't know, something about that. It's just like, wow, profound. Yikes. All he left us was alone. But yeah. Yes, they're so good. They're so good. They're so good. Don't Make Us Cry. I love Stevie Nicks. Yes. Fleetwood Mac, their songs, especially from like Rumors. That album, Here Come the Cops. Always making all this noise. But yeah, that album was really good. When that makes the tall trees bend into leaning, suddenly the raindrops that fall, they have meaning. When I think of home, I think of a place where, yes. Also from The Wiz, What Would I Do If I Could Feel? One of my favorite songs from The Wiz. Oh my goodness. Like, who wrote this song, by the way? I have no idea, but they did their thing. Like, what would I do? Yes, I am. What are you streaming on now? Oh, I'm streaming on StreamYard. So StreamYard is the what do you call it? The platform. Yes. What would I do if I could suddenly feel and to know once again that what I feel is real? I could cry, I could smile, I could lay back for a while. Oh, tell me what would I do if I could feel? And then what would I do if I could reach inside of me and to know how it feels to say I like what I see? Like, so first of all, whatever. I think The Wiz, it's underrated. I'm sorry. I know it's like a black classic. I get it. But when you think of trying to change The Wizard of Oz into something that like black folks can like resonate with, I think it's so dope. And like, even about like the patriarchy and how the patriarchy doesn't allow men to feel their feelings. You know what I mean? Like, but also like how awful that must be to live in a prison that you can't even admit that you like something because you got to be cool. You got to be like stiff and like very rigid. Just like the idea of that, like the Tin Man being so stiff and like rusted over and like his tears rusted him. You know what I'm saying? And the whole time he's like crying over teeny, but like, anyway, to know how it says to feel that I like what I see. Then I'd be more than glad to share all that I have inside of here. And the songs my heart might bring, you'd be more than glad to sing. Like when I think of all the songs that I love, the songs that I love the most are the feeling songs. I love feeling songs. I love them. Songs that people are crying on the track or their voice cracks, so you can tell that this meant something serious to them. And if the tears should fall from my eyes, just think of all the wounds they could mend. Just think of all the time I could spend just being vulnerable again. Very simple song, very deep meaning for me. But yes. Anyway, by Nipsey Russell. But yeah, he sung the song. Anyway, but yes. I thought I was showing the lyrics, y'all. I'm so sorry. I wasn't even sharing the right thing. Sorry, I was sharing the lyrics to What Would I Do If I Could Feel. But yes. You Can't Win. You Can't Win by Michael Jackson. First of all, that's the lowest I've ever heard him sing. You can't get out, right? Like that, that's one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs ever. But yes, the lyrics to that song also, let's see. You Can't Win. Lyrics. It's a very sad song though, but it's very much like you can't get win, and like he's surrounded by these crows who are like, you can't do what you want to do, like just talking down to him, and like there's no way you can. So anyway, the movie is a masterpiece. I'm so sorry. It's a masterpiece and I love it. It's brilliant. And it's like an exploration into like real insecurities that we face. Anywho, but yes. Yes, Michael. Yes, he did that. He performed that. He performed that. Yes, the whole Wiz soundtrack is amazing. I think that's what I'm going to do my next secret podcast about on Patreon. The last one was about Minnie Riperton. And I had to take it down from YouTube because, you know, YouTube don't let you play no music. So I put it on Patreon, but it's free to listen to if you want to. Let me actually put it here. My Patreon. Shout out to all my patrons. I really appreciate y'all. Let's see. Copy. Paste. So I think the next one I want to do is The Wiz. Oh, no. Oh, I'm sending you so much love and healing. I'm so sorry that you have a headache. I'm really sorry. Headaches are the worst. They're awful. I'm so sorry. Yes, the message is timeless, timeless, timeless. And I love how they depicted him when he got off from down that, like, the thing that he was on, and how, like, he had to relearn how to walk again. And it really is like that, right? Like when you spend so much of your life telling yourself you can't do it, or listening to other people saying that you can't do the X, Y, and Z thing, when you first step into doing the thing, it's like learning how to walk again. It's like finding your balance again, right? Like, it's like, okay, I've been up here, like, being self-defeated for so long. Now I want to give myself a chance. And now, like, I'm stumbling through. And, like, when he first started stumbling, the crows were laughing at him, right? Like, they were laughing and like, oh, look at you failing, you stupid, silly, you can't do that. And then eventually, like, he had the right person to lean on and to encourage him, right? And he did that thing, was dancing and everything down the yellow brick road. But yes, he's on down the road. Yes, I might watch it too. Me too. It is a very good movie. It's excellent. It's excellent. Yolanda says The Wiz is Dorothy coming of age, but she faced a different set of challenges being Black. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's so interesting because Dorothy was the one that kind of empowered everybody else, and she thought that she had no power. Like, she couldn't even see the power that she possessed to encourage and empower other people. Anywho, it's amazing. The soundtrack is amazing. Okay. Just great. St. Cloverton James Jones says, too many good Stevie Wonder songs to pick. Yep. But Girl Blue, ooh, brings the feels. Yeah, Issa Rae had some of the lyrics framed in a wall and Insecure. I didn't know that. That's really cool. Hi, Daisy Gates. Hello. I also love Premonition, I think. Am I tripping? Premonition by Stevie Wonder. Premonition. Stevie. Yeah, Premonition. Love Premonition. Oh, I love this. She was looking outside of herself for the answer that was within her. I love that so much. Yes, I agree. Yes, just so beautiful. And I feel like a lot of us resonate with that. I love that. I was visiting my California church, and the change what he was going to talk back and talk about the Wizard of Oz because I was from Kansas. Really? That's interesting. I love his Plant album. I don't think I've heard that. Thank you for the recommend. Yes, absolutely. I love that. These are great questions, by the way. All right, let me see. Share this tab instead. Okay. Let's see. When you look in the mirror, describe what you see. Ooh, let me look in this camera. What do I see? I see freckles. I see my dad's face and my mom's face together. I see the freckles and my moles are from my both sides of my family, actually. Like, my mom's side has it a lot, and my aunts on my dad's side have this too. So I see the women in my family. Cause yeah, I don't know. I feel like only the women have this. I could be wrong. Either way. But yeah, we got them. Yeah. Journey into the Secret Life of Plants. Thank you. Thank y'all for this. I'm going to look this up as soon as we get off. Listen to this while I play Animal Crossing. But yes. But yeah, that's what I see. I see myself, and I see myself getting older, which is interesting. It's very interesting to see myself getting older. But I love her. I like her better now than I did 10 years ago. And so that's a plus to me. I see time, and I also see beauty. Yay. So yeah, thanks for the question. Just passing through. I appreciate that. Yes, 40K. Yes. Oh, thank you. Reiki Alchemies the Ticks. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hi, Misha Shipman 479. Oh, thank you. Yes, yes, yes. And again, it's taken me a long time to get here, but yes, I do. I do see it. Oh, thank you. Congratulations on this milestone. Your content, wise perspective, okay, and voice are so appreciated and vital. Thank you. My question is, what behaviors or things do to maintain your faith in yourself and your dreams if you've encountered people or circumstances that try to discourage you from pursuing them? I'm so grateful for your wise insights and perspectives on life. They've been such a game changer. Thank you for sharing your gifts so generously and being you. Thank you. That is so sweet. Glad you're in the world. I'm glad you're in the world. Thank you. I appreciate that. Isn't that amazing, y'all? Do y'all think about that? That we exist in the world at the same time? That's wild, isn't it? Okay, anyway. My question is, what behaviors or things do you do to maintain faith in yourself or in your dreams if you've encountered people or circumstances that try to discourage you from pursuing them? Getting around people who don't do that, number one. Getting around people who get it, who believe in you, who tell you that you can do the thing, people who remind you of who you are, what you have done already, okay? What you're capable of, people who can see things in you, people who can see things in you that you can't see in yourself, even if it's just for the moment. Community is really important. I know that we talk a lot about like self-love and self-care, and that's all important too, and like having like a good grip on, yourself and who you are, but community is very important too. Being around people, following people. Like I literally follow people online who make me feel like I can expand, who make me feel expansive, right? Who challenge my thinking, who also challenge my views and my perspectives. Because I don't want to be, it's very easy to be like dragged down, so to speak, for like a better visualization, like dragged down by other people who are also afraid, right? Because some people say these things and they don't mean to be malicious. They're just afraid. They're afraid for themselves, or they've experienced something, or they've seen somebody experience something, and they're afraid for you. But you need those people who are like, you can do it. It's possible. I have a lot of those people in my life who are like, if you can dream it, you can do it. If spirit gave it to you to do, you can do it. You have the things to do it. You have it to do. And even if it's not, because I'm a recovering perfectionist, even if it's not perfect, using air quotes, or like what I specifically envision, there's always a version I can do of that now, right? And so if I'm very afraid of that big one, let's take a smaller step, right? To show myself that it is safe. If you need to, for some people, they're just like, just jump right in, right? And right now I'm in that kind of phase of my life. But also, it's okay if you want to dip your toe in there. It's okay to do a small little test thing first, right? A small test thing first, and then like build your confidence on that to prove to yourself that you can do something, right? Oh, okay. I did a little taste test of this. It actually went well. Let me try something bigger now, So sometimes you need to have that proof for yourself too, So doing stuff like that. Oh, thank you. Hi, Picky Girl Travels the World. Thank you so much. This is another person that I follow who is expansive, and I really appreciate her work. Just popping in to say hello, congratulations. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. Literally, her work is like teaching women, like showing women to live life on their own terms, that it's possible. So following people like that, being in community with people like that. So yes. Thank you for having me in your community. Yes. And for being in mine. Thank you for being in mine. I appreciate that. And of course, I'm happy to have you here. Yes. Oh, thank you, Amina Hanan. Thank you so much. I hate my phone. Oh yeah. The autocorrect. I get it. Autocorrect be kicking my butt too. It does. Yes. Yolanda Williams, says, home isn't a place where you eat or sleep. Home is knowing your heart, knowing your mind, knowing your courage. If we know ourselves, we're always home. Glinda the Good Witch. I love that. I wasn't even prepared for that. That's beautiful. I didn't even know she said that. That's beautiful. I love that. Ooh, I'm in the wrong place. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. Cool. Thanks, poets and rhymers. I appreciate that. I'll take cool. But yes, so getting around other people, doing small, like doing baby step stuff, dipping your little small toe in, trying it, building your confidence that way. Then we're going to dip our baby toe, then maybe like 2 toes and 3 toes and 4, then the whole foot, right? And then the whole leg, right? And then eventually like, oh, okay, it's cool. Because like, just like getting into a cold pool, like when you put your foot in and you take it out and you put it back in, it feels a little warmer. I think it's okay to do that with your dreams. And that's what I do. I do small little versions of it. And then I'm like, do I like this? When the stakes are not so high. Do I like this? Am I enjoying this? Does this make me feel free? Can I tweak this? Right? Like, and experimenting that way. So yeah. And again, like, sometimes you have to make a list. I've done this. What have you done? You think that you're powerless. You think your ideas are silly. You think you can't do X, Y, and Z. What have you done? You know, like, write it down. And when you see the stuff that you've done, the chances you have taken, the ways that you have been brave, you realize, okay, actually, I can do that. Let's do it. Let's do it. Hi, Nate. Hello. I just got off work. Oh, congratulations for getting off work. I missed the whole live. No worries. It's all good. It's all good. But yes, thank you, Misha. I appreciate that. I hope that answers your question. Yay. Okay, awesome. Stowe Handmade Jewelry Craft Corner. I feel like, show me the people's name. But yes, hello. Congratulations. Many blessings to you as well. Thank you so much. And Kayajane, what software do you use to edit? Thank you for asking. I use right now Adobe products, but I'm going to change because Adobe apparently is using artists' work to use to create their AI system. So like artists who use Adobe products don't really have an option. They slid it in there with that like user agreement. So like, hey, by the way, we're going to use your art for our AI stuff and not like reference you or give you any credit or anything like that. So I think I might change up the things. We'll see. But right now, that's been working for me. Premiere Pro for video on Adobe, just because it's easier. For my photos, I use Lightroom and Photoshop. Yeah, that's pretty much all I use. Oh, software, StreamYard, that I'm on right now to stream. And that's a program on the computer. They have a free version you can use as well. You don't have to pay for it. I think that's it. I think that's all the things that I use. I'm looking at my thing. Oh, Adobe Illustrator I use to create some of the artwork that I post. But other than that, it's usually just me and a camera and my phone. So yes. But thanks for asking. Okay. Yay. I think that we have done it. But I did highlight just a couple of questions in the chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I think I just saw your question. I appreciate you. Thank you for your support. I appreciate you. And hi, Misha. Hi. Oh, yay. Yes. Thank you for Misha. Okay, Shipman. Okay. That's why I wish it displayed on YouTube so I can see y'all name. But thank you. Thank you for your perspective and for this beautiful community. Thank you. Thank you for helping make this community beautiful. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. I believe all artists on the internet platforms are being used for AI. Yeah, it's such a tricky thing to maneuver because there are beautiful things that AI can be used for, but also like, of course, people are going to people, so they exploit people, right? Like the first chance they get, how can we make money on here without crediting the people? And that's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. But good news, I guess. Good news is like AI apparently is running out of. I've been watching like this, the show Adam Explains Everything or Destroys Everything. I like following him. So he interviewed somebody who works in the AI space, and he's basically saying that like AI is running out of content to create stuff out of, which is very interesting. I never thought about that. Like, so that's interesting. But yeah, like it has the potential to be so good and beneficial, but then like they always gotta somehow exploit somebody. It's like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. So yeah. Yes. Okay. Let me close out this thing. All right. Let me look at the questions. Oh, thank you, Grace Hayes. I appreciate that. Thank you. Now this is my time. Keep it up. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for supporting. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Question. Hi, me. Did I already answer this? What is your favorite type of journal and pen? Ooh, great question. Okay, so my favorite type of journal, like I said, is the Moleskine journal, and I do have a favorite pen. So the Moleskine journal is my favorite. I like the thick one so that I can write for forever. My first entry in here was November 8th of last year, November 8th. And I'm still writing. And right now, yeah, I'm writing and I have like this much left. Usually I'd be done by now, but I have this much left. So I love these big notebooks in their college rule. I don't know if you can see like college rule. So I like that. And I could write a lot of things in here. They also have plain and dotted for people who like to bullet journal and stuff like that. But I just like to write for the most part. So this, my favorite pen. Thank you for asking because I care. Okay. I have a little pouch with all my pens. So my favorite pen right now, because it changes. It also depends on what paper I'm writing on, okay? So right now in my Moleskine journal, nope, this is not it. It is this pen. It's a Sharpie. It's a Sharpie S Gel pen, 1.0. This is my favorite pen right now. Okay, it's big, it's bold, it's juicy, it's smooth. I love a smooth pen. When I'm writing on other paper that is shinier and slippery, I like the Acroball M. It's like a ballpoint pen. It feels good on those kinds of paper. And a second runner up are these are Bic Gelocity pens, and they come in like different colors. So I like the different colors. I have all the colors. Because I write, in my journal, I like to separate what I'm writing with the colors of my pen. So yeah, thank you for asking. Also, you didn't ask this, but my favorite highlighter is a Sharpie. I just love the big, fat, juicy ones for when I'm reading books to hurry up and it has like the clear, you can't see that. It has like the clear tip. You can see me. But it has a clear tip on the top. So that's my favorite highlighter. Thank you for asking. All right, let's see. Which artists inspire or influence your music? Lots. lots. So I love Motown. Motown's my favorite genre of music. I love gospel music. I love the harmonies in gospel music. I love the soul in gospel music. And also gospel music is like the root of a lot of music in America. I like rock and roll. I like yacht rock or blue-eyed soul. I like Philadelphia soul is one of my favorite genre of soul music. I like artists specifically. The Temptations are my favorite group of all time. Just the harmony, the charisma, like just everything. The story. I really like Gladys Knight. I love her richness of her voice, and she sounds like she's an alto to me. Artists that I like. Current artists that I feel inspired by, Emily King. What is this woman's name? I can see her face. Oh my goodness. Why can't I see her face? Her album was called Blood. The album. Also like Corinne Bailey Rae. Album. Y'all not playing with me. Leanne LaHavas. That's her name. Leanne LaHavas. I love her. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Yes. Leanne LaHavas. Yes. Me too. It matters. Okay. It matters. The kind of pen matters. Yes. Leanne LaHavas. Thank you so much. Wait, let me go back. Okay. Yes. Leanne LaHavas. Coldplay. I really like their sound. I like bittersweet music. I like music that's bittersweet. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I like music that feels good, but it also like kind of aches a little bit because it's like feeling. I listen to a lot of artists, and I knew this question was gonna come up. Let me see what I like Frank Ocean a lot. I love Frank Ocean. Oh, love Frank Ocean. I'm like a Frank Ocean stan. Not really. I should stop saying stan because that literally isn't it from, what's his name? Eminem. And Stan. I've been getting into Steve Lacy, like him. Let's see. What have I been searching lately? Jamie Woods is another, she's kind of underground. Jamie Woods is another artist. She spells it Jaime, Jamie Woods. Hall & Oates, love Hall & Oates. Not what have I listened to recently. I've listened to some diss tracks. So just because I was in the car with my husband, because I don't think I ever heard like No Vaseline. I never heard True to the Game or Ether. Sheether I have heard. This is just literally this is not who I'm inspired by. It's what I've been listening to. But I was like, oh my gosh. I was listening to this, like, oh my gosh. Feel good music. Bill Withers, Luther Vandross, V. Bozeman, A Tribe Called Quest, Esperanza Spalding, love her. Janelle Monáe. How could I forget Janelle Monáe? Janelle Monáe. I like a lot of jazz. Chuck Mangione, George Benson. What else? Grover Washington Jr., who was also on Just the Two of Us by, just said his name, by Bill Withers. Yeah, I like a lot of older music. I think that's my favorite kind of genre. So I don't really have like a favorite artist, but I have favorite artists. So yeah, and genres. So yes, thank you. Small Fry Budgets. Hi, I love that name. Sorry if you already answered this, but do you have books that you read over and over again? Yes, I do. So, um, Homecoming by, let me look up this. Homecoming. It's a novel by Yaaaaay. I apologize if I'm Homegoing. Excuse me, Homegoing, not Homecoming. That's Beyonce. So Homegoing is a book. Let me share my screen that I really enjoyed. Can I share my screen? Is he gonna let me tweet from his page? Share screen. Let's see. Yes, Homegoing. Beautiful book. Beautiful book. It's a book basically following like the generations of a family who were separated from the transatlantic slave trade. So one family was living their life in West Africa, and another family was living their life in the United States. And just like, and at some point they meet up again at the end. It's just like beautifully written and woven together. So Homegoing is one that I really love, that I like to read over again. And I just, where is it at? I just got another novel, because I read a lot of like self-help and like very intense books, and I want to read more fun books. And of course I can't find it. Oh, here it is. Ooh. But this one's a thickums. It's a thickum book. So this is Love Songs of W.E. Du Bois. Du Bois. But anyway, started out really good. I think it's kind of similar. It seems like it's going through time. So I like historical fiction with Black folks, women specifically at the center. So this is really good so far. Literally, this is as far as I've gotten. But it's very poetic. It's very dense, but it's very good. I need to read this some more. But yeah, thanks for asking. Listen, I was not, I was not prepared. I was like, oh, oh my God. Foster the People. Yes, yes. Oh, love, love, love. Okay, Pink Sweats I just got into. Yes. Pink Sweats, I'm missing people. Who's the Thundercat. Na 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 baby girl. How do I look at my do-rag? I love Thundercat. But yes, lots of them. Yes. Oh, Inkjoy. Oh, Inkjoy Papermate pens. Thank you for the rec. I'm gonna write this down. Not that I need another pen. Let's see, Inkjoy Papermate. Thank you. As I get in the car and go to Target. Thank you. But yes. Steve Lacy is, yeah, I really like the song. I wish I knew you wanted me. Nah, nah, nah. I really like that song. I have a playlist that I get up and I just like dance around the room. Bad Habit. Really like it. Also, I really like the song, not that y'all asked, but I really like the song, I feel it coming. I feel it coming, babe. I feel it come. What's his name? The Weeknd, but it's featuring Daft Punk, and that's why I love it, because Daft Punk is another one of my favorite bands of all time. Period. Oh yes, Gorillaz. Yes, Jamal really likes Gorillaz. Yes. Ooh, mine is and will always be Alice in Wonderland. It was a childhood favorite that always gets me in the feels. Yes, Alice in Wonderland. I haven't watched it in a long time, but there are like things that are burned in my memory about that movie. I do like that. Also, Janelle, like I said Janelle Monáe, but anything Janelle Monáe, I'm in. Sign me up. I'm there. Okay. Yes, yellow. It was all yellow. Yes. Okay. Ooh. Hi, Chrissy. I don't know if I said hi. Hi, Chrissy Soulful Infant. Hello. Welcome. I used to work at Staples in second. Okay. To Staples I go. Ooh, Black Pumas. I've heard some of their music, but I don't think I'd be able to like point out that that's a Black Puma song. But yes. Okay, but yeah, there's some great artists out there. And I don't know what genre that is, but like they all have that same like feeling. It's kind of like nostalgic but it's not because it's new. Ooh, Tannerell, thank you for that. Let me write this down. So we got Black Pumas. Ooh, FKA Twigs. Yes. She's talented. Wait, no. FKA Twigs is... Because there's another person. Yes. Yeah, she's talented. Yes. That's something about. Okay. Yes. I love this. Thank y'all. Aw, thank you. Thank you, Panda. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm writing down y'all recommendations. But yes. Okay. Let's see. Where was I? Okay. Okay, yes. Let's see. Fun question. Please describe yourself as a dress. Oh, yes, I did this. Yes. Oh, yeah, passing through, I did. It was a yellow dress with a halter top. It's getting dark outside. I think it's going to rain. But it was a yellow dress with a halter top, right? With like a fan. I don't even know what you would call that. But like where you twirl and the dress twirls with you, and it goes to my upper thigh. Yes, and it's cotton or I'll say cotton. Because I said what did I say? Anyway, I said a different material, but I don't know if it twirls. Twirls for the girls. Hold on 1 second. Gotta turn the light on, y'all. We're almost done. I'm sorry. That didn't help much, but it helped some. All right, let's see. I didn't have a question, but I did say that I'm very grateful. That you show me how to show gratitude in my life. That makes me happy. And yes, thank you, Joy's World. I appreciate you. We saw your comment. It was beautiful. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Enough by MNT. Literally, we shouted you out earlier. Thank you so much. Congratulations on 40K. It's beautiful to see your community grow. More people being able to experience the goodness as you. Thank you. Let me actually, y'all, please check out her channel. There's so many people. If you have a channel in here, please shout it out. Okay, there are a lot of you in here that share awesome things. Let's see. Misha Shipman, what behaviors or things do you do to... Okay, yes. Oh, yes. We answered this one. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yolanda Williams says, what if you sat in the sun all day and did nothing but absorb the sun rays with a smile on your face? Are you being lazy or are you living your best life? Okay. You know how people say, like, don't waste your life? Excuse me. Or don't waste your time? I don't think that if you're doing something you enjoy, you're not wasting your time. If you want to sit out in the sun and sun soak all day and that makes you happy, it's not a waste of time. I think waste of time is like, and not saying that you're saying this, by the way, Yolanda, but I think when people say that, for me, a waste of time is doing something you actually don't want to do that doesn't have an outcome that you actually want, right? Like that you don't actually desire. I think that wasting, and I use that loosely because I also don't believe in wasting time in general. But I'd rather spend my days and my time doing stuff that makes me happy. And if being out in the sun makes you happy, it's a beautiful use of your time. What a beautiful investment into you, right? So anyway, that's awesome. Yes. Miss Fadir says, one question. Oh, how are you doing today, Alicia? Thank you so much for asking. I'm doing well. This live was great. I think I'm spent a little bit, but not in a bad way, right? But just like from talking and for talking for 3 hours. But I had a lot of time to spend with y'all and a lot of fun. So I appreciate that. I'm doing very well. I need to rehydrate, and I will, and I probably will play Animal Crossing after this. I want to figure out how to stream. I want to be a cozy gamer, okay? I want to get into my cozy gaming bag and show y'all what I've been making on my little island. But it's just a really cool, it's a really cool game. And it's low stress. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no bosses to beat or anything like that. It's just like, oh, we're just going to gently walk across the island and plant trees and set up a little house and catch butterflies. It's very much my vibe. So I appreciate it. Yes. Hi, Braids like Brandy. It's good to see you. Hi, The Joyful State of Mind. I love that. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Congratulations. I'm so overjoyed for you. Thank you. You're a treasure. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm learning how to take compliments. So thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, please. I found out you can visit people on different islands. I need friends. It's just me and some NPCs just hanging out all day. So yes, I would love that. Oh, it's good to see you. Thank you. Yes. Yes, I love cozy gaming. So, I mean, I think the idea is like I'm not one of them people who gonna play Call of Duty or what's another one? There was another one that like people shoot each other. I don't like games like that. It's just not fun for me. I like I like and I have Super Mario, Donkey Kong, and something called Pikmin. Pikmin. I got myself a console because I was like, I like video gaming, you know? And so I got that and I've been playing it and having fun as a way to like recharge and like just kind of like take a break from all the seriousness. I listen to music, I listen to podcasts, I watch you all's videos while I'm playing my little game. Um and it's fun. And so I think the idea of like cozy gaming is that it's not like high stress, like, oh, you got to beat it's a time thing. You got to beat the thing. It's like a relaxing, like, oh, let's just chill and like, ooh, let's make friends, you know? So yeah. Ah, yes, please. Please. I would love that. I would love that. I've invited other NPCs from other islands to come onto my island. Let me show y'all a picture of the game. Let's see. I wish I knew you wanted me. Let's see. Now I got to listen to that song. Animal Crossing. So yeah, it's like it's chill. It's cute. It's very, very cute. Let's see. Can we zoom in a little bit? So yeah, this is the game. Let's see. Let's go to the official site. Oh. So yeah, it's literally just like you're on an island and you build things and you have fun. So yeah. Oh, the name of the game is Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing, and I got it on Nintendo. Nintendo. So yeah. You see what I'm saying? Enough. Like people get shot in real life, okay? Like war and killing is just not fun for me. And I get it. For some people it's like it's not that deep. For me, it's just not fun. Even when I was younger, I didn't like games like Mortal Kombat, and I feel like it just got worse. It got more violent or something. Mortal Kombat, like the fighting games I wasn't a fan of. My dad got the Super Nintendo. That was the first console that we ever had, and that's the only one we've ever had. A Super Nintendo. And he and my older brother would play it, and they would play like NBA Jams, and like this army game that I didn't like. I hated it. It was so boring to me. And something else like race cars. Race cars were fun. That was fun. But other than that, I just wanted to play Donkey Kong Country and Super Mario World. That's it. So yes. Yes. Yes, please sign up and visit us. I would love that. I'll come back and figure out we'll set it up later. But yes, I would love that to just like hang out with y'all while we play games. Yes. It is super chill, very chill. And when I first got it, I didn't think that I was going to like it because it was too chill. But now that I've gotten into it, I'm like, okay, it's helping me to slow down. And y'all know that I'm trying to slow down. Like I talk fast, I do everything fast, everything like, this is my mind all day long. You know what I mean? And so I hope that makes sense. But like when I'm playing the game, it helps me to like, let's take our time. And there's not a lot of immediate gratification, like instant gratification in this game either, right? It's just like, take your time. Tomorrow it'll be here. You'd be like, tomorrow? But it helps me to slow down, so I like it. Then on Fridays, I log into my hunting game. Listen, do what you got to do, okay? I'm not judging y'all. I am not judging y'all. Sims and Crazy Taxi. I like and Pokemon. Yes. All right, y'all. So, I mean, that was it. We've been on here for about 3 hours. I really had a lot of fun. Thank you again so much for your support. Thank you for being a part of the 40,000. I really appreciate that. When I think of 40,000 people, that's a lot of people. That's a lot. Like when you think of 40,000 people in a room, that's a lot. And so I don't take it for granted. I don't take your support for granted. Y'all literally, it's the internet. Could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. And I appreciate that. So I hope that you all have a wonderful evening. There's a lot of people going live today, so I'll be watching with them. Yes. So yeah. So I will see you all in the interwebs. I'll see you all around and I'll be back soon to hang out with y'all again. But yes. Oh wait, fought him. Wait. Oh, okay. Did anyone else want to fight the laughing dog from from Duck Hunt, or was it just me? That's cute. I was like, wait, who we fighting? But yes. Oh, thank you, gorgeous one. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Oh, I love you. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, Mr. Shinrilla. Hello. Thank you so much. Thank y'all. Hi, Yvette Boone. Hello. But yes, I hope that you all have a wonderful evening. I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna go play Animal Crossing to decompress. But thank you all for being so kind to me, so kind to each other. Thanks for the recommendations. I'll be going to Target to check out these, or Staples. Staples to check out these pens, because I need more pens. And I'll talk to you all in the next one. All right. All right, y'all. Bye. Love each other. Love yourselves. Be gentle with yourself. And I'll talk to y'all next time. Bye. Yay.